Hey everybody, welcome to Indy After Dark. I am here tonight with Bran, Frank Terzo, Big Chap, Virginia Roots, and 15th Bend, and we're excited to be here with all of you guys. A ton of people in chat wondering what's going on because we're starting later, a little later even than normal. But thank you to everybody for being here. How's it going? Let us know in the chat. How's your week? Getting off to a good start, or has it been a rough Monday? How are we feeling tonight?
Hey everyone.
Panel, how are we doing?
Just another manic Monday.
Nice. Yep.
Don't
feel it.
stop there.
Doing good.
Yeah. Dux, thank you for being here. Always one of the first ones in. William, good to see you. Neil, thanks for being here. Always plug in the sale of silver and platinum. Probably wise moves if you're able to do it. Hey, Jay.
And Ty, how you doing, buddy? And Lord Spike.
LSP, what's up? What's up, William?
Hey, Carl.
KP, thank you for being here.
Ozark.
Synthworks, and I did send you an email, so you should have the link if you're still wanting to come up. Yeah, Yankee pretty late. As always, having technical difficulties on my end. Hey, Justin. Ozark, thank you for being here. Mrs. Unspecified, Tiff, and Landon, they're planning to come.
Hey Tiff.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Landon, Tiff.
Buffering. Good to see you, buddy.
William, good to see you. Buffering.
Anti. Hey Devoid. My man Devoid. Saying he's gonna have this in the background. Indy, I think you're lagging.
Yeah, you're breaking up bad, Indy, on my end.
Abe the band.
Hey, I call him Abe the man.
Abe the man.
My man.
Bad.
Nope. There goes Indy. All right, looks like it's up to us then. So
Acapella.
So for our first porno tonight, we're gonna play Wet Nurses Volume 3.
Dude.
One of Indy's favorites. She's already given me the okay. She said she's gonna stick with it for a minute. No, I'm just kidding.
Wet nurses in the shower. That's like the first
Volume 3, of course, Roots. Volume 3.
Ghost.
hey, buffering, Kurt. Actions, not distractions. Yankee. Welcome. Anti.
What up, Ghost?
Ghost.
Charlie,
Ghost
good ball.
in the
Good to see you, buddy. Kurt. And Ty. All the people are in here. This is the place to be. Even
Right.
Cody. Look at Cody. I ain't seen Cody in forever. What's up, bud?
Charlie Gabaldon. How you doing, buddy? Tuesday mornings, Eastern, 8 o'clock a.m. We get to hear Charlie's Tuesday morning song.
Jerry Lee, my man. Jerry Lee's in the chat. Welcome, Jerry. Oh, there she is.
Hey, Salt.
I'm kind of back. We'll see. Hey, Wolf, thanks for being here.
Hey,
Now,
Wolf.
Cody, good
All
to
we
see
need
you.
now is Bert Gummer to pop in, and we'll have the whole crew and shit.
Right?
It's been forever.
I know. That'd be awesome.
Don't tease me like that.
I know.
Hey, Charlie.
I know. I miss his streams a lot.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's-
Buff and Carl. Kurt, Chris, Charlie, Abe. I'm just scrolling up now. Sharon, thank you for being here. XNYC.
Hey, X.
All right, Yankee. So many great people. Thank you for showing up. Avoid,
Hey, I
thanks
gotta
for
show
being here.
something right quick, if you don't mind, because I see Mad Chat in here. So I put in a shirt order from Ghost recently, and I
Wow.
was very sure this was,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
yep, this is one of the only shirts I've ordered. Trial by Axe, Mad Chat.
Awesome.
And I don't have
Yeah,
Mad Chat,
so
so I had no way to send him a copy of this, but I totally got myself a Mad Chat shirt, dude. I'm so happy to see you. It's really freaking cool.
That's awesome.
that is awesome. Yeah.
Hey,
Yep. For
Bonnie.
those of you who don't know, Mad Shad does a virtual or an online game, I guess, or like you have to see it. But it's called Trial by Axe, and it's really fun. He also does live streams, and I mean, where he does like rants and has a great channel. You guys should sub him
Hey,
up.
buddy.
Spike, thanks for Landon. Good to see you.
Pookie's in the
Okay, guys, I'm
house.
zipping down to the
Oh,
bottom. Hey, Pook.
Pookie, the Pooksicle. Welcome. Bonnie's in the chat as well.
Ghost, good to see you. Yeah, it's probably going to keep happening, Justin. My connection, for some reason, is awful right now. Hey, Salt, good to see
you
Hi,
you.
guys
William.
there, bro.
How's it
Jerry
going, William?
Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Camellia, thank you for being here. Good to see you, girl. Eli. Okay, guys, so for forever, for like a long time, Landon and Tiff and I have called Eli, which she's now sticking with. But you guys, his name is Kyle. It's Kyle backwards. He's still going by Eli. We called him that for like years. Hey, Bonnie.
Bonnie, love you, girl.
No, Ghost, I haven't gotten it yet. But I've been keeping an eye out. Hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, I have some. I think, what is it? A hoodie and 2 shirts coming my way. I've got the Moose Man special coming for me and my hubs. Virginia,
Nice.
I thought you'd
I've
like
got
that.
a special too.
I got it in the OD green with the yellow print, so it looks kind of like the Gadsden flag almost ish. But yeah,
So cool.
it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. All right, Steve-O, thanks for being here. Hey, Gary, baby.
Hey, Gary.
Thanks for coming by. All right. Hey, Synthworks. Glad you're here. Hey, Landon and Tiff.
There we go. How you doing?
Master. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing, Benz?
Good.
Just hold on. Just gonna shut the other one off here. Just give me 1 second here. There we go. There we go.
What's going on, Synth?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I hate this operating system. Tonight it's been lagging so bad, man. I want to throw it out the window.
Which operating system? StreamYard?
No, Windows 10. I got Windows 10. I went upgraded just from Windows 7, but man, I hate it. I had to customize it.
Wish me luck, SynthWorks. I just upgraded to Windows 11, and
No, I love Windows 7. I wish I could still use it, but
Yeah, me too.
this is the way it is, right?
I don't know why they changed shit just to change it. Like the right click was a simple right click. Now you have to do the same thing. You have to click 3 times to get where you want. It's just.
Well, I used this program so I could skin it to look like Windows 7.
Yeah, classic shell.
Yeah, I used that, but I don't know. I keep buffering every time I try to watch YouTube videos at 720. I have to watch them at 4. It keeps buffering. I don't know what's going on with it. So, anyways, it's working now.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say I feel you. Hey, Craig.
Oh, man.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, I don't know, Ghost. I'm not sure why. It could just be area I'm in. I don't know.
Yeah, Justin, Windows 11 is good, but it's just getting used to a new software, right? It's just painful. I don't know. I think I'm just getting old. Like I'm set in my ways, like I don't like change.
Well, I got my other machine still
Mhm.
with Windows 7, and I do a lot of my video renders with that. But
Mm,
I just finished the theme tonight. I did it in 3.5 hours, complete. So that was a quick one, and I'm going to post it maybe later tonight or tomorrow.
yeah,
So I thought I'd pop on, just say hello. I've been making the rounds, so
nice. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Abe is making the switch from PC to
Your
Mac.
music.
Oh my
I
God.
love it. Oh, I might be cutting out again. But every song it just like takes me to another place. It's amazing what you do.
Who are we talking about? Hey guys.
Hey, Queen.
Hey Tiff.
Synthworks.
Hey, Tiff.
hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Y'all.
Oh yeah. Abe, that's like
Queen
speaking different
Survivor.
languages or something.
Talking about how much
Hey
Windows
Queen.
uh,
Hey
10 sucks.
Queen, how's it going? Welcome.
Hey, Queen, how you doing? Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't know what Bill Gates was doing when he decided to come up with this operating system, but man, I want to throw it through the windows, literally.
Well, he
I
doesn't
hate
know
it.
what he's doing, does he? Didn't he like steal the original Windows from someone else who made it?
I'm
Yes.
telling you, I almost feel like going back to Linux or something. Man,
That's
this is
right.
ridiculous.
People swear by it.
Oh man, I've got it in portable version and in VMware. I use it sometimes, when I want to contain, to use certain programs. But ever since I got like this laptop is really good. It's a good laptop. But as soon as I put the operating system, oh man, it's just full of bloatware.
It's
I'll
crazy.
tell you what's crazy. I bought my son a brand new laptop, and I was so happy because it was nicer than any laptop that I'd ever had. And I think he used it for like less than a week, 3 days, and somehow or another the hard drive malfunctioned.
Oh,
And so now we
Oh.
have to like find someone to repair the hard or replace the hard drive because it's way above my head. I don't know how to work on this thing.
Has anyone here figured out how to clone this operating system? Because every time I try with the Cronus, I've tried about 7 different ones, and it won't take the boot sector. I can't when I try to reboot it, it
mhm.
won't boot. I've been able to boot all my other ones, but this one for some reason I can't clone it. It won't boot. So I don't know what's going on with that, man.
Oh. I was gonna try and do that, like, because I got the new computer, right? So I was gonna basically clone my existing one onto this, so I don't have to install everything again.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, fuck it, I'll just do it. And then it turned into a whole big project where I had to actually go out and get a new SSD, and then, oh man, I'm still tired of it.
Well, that's what this thing's running. It's got 1 terabyte, and I bought a separate 1 terabyte, and it did a perfect clone, perfect. But when I
Mm,
try to run it on a boot CD just to
yeah,
see if it will start up, it
yeah.
says unrecognized boot sector.
Oh,
I've done clones all my life, all my other machines, no problem. But a Cronus now, they've gone the way of you have to pay
I see.
all the time, and I don't feel like paying. I don't feel like paying all the
Subscription-based.
time. No, I'm not going to pay like just you got to pay like $40 just to clone your machine.
Yeah.
Only clones I know about are of the sativa variety. You guys are talking way over my head tonight. I'm just listening.
I prefer an indica bush.
I heard
but
clone. I was like, oh yeah, okay. They're talking. All right, clones. Got them out. Okay.
Yeah.
Hugh Caldwell, welcome, brother. Scottish maestro.
Gary Hubbs in the house. Awesome. I'm getting antsy.
What's up,
Fancy,
Lord?
fancy.
Terry, Dwight, good to see you. Ducks.
Good to see
Yeah,
everybody
good
in
to see you,
chat.
Gary. Thanks for being here. You.
Hello, everybody. I haven't said hi to. There's a lot of people I don't know, so. What up, Steve?
Stu, I said hi, but I don't know if I was connected then. So hello. Buff, thanks for being here.
Ooh, ghost. That sounds cool.
Mike, good to see you.
Aloha, Steve. Hey, Mike. Thanks for being here.
Yes, Jerry Lee. That's facts. He didn't do nothing. All he did was have a popular daddy. Kind of like Elon. Elon didn't invent Teslas. He just bought the company, basically.
Dude, they didn't invent anything.
Still good to see.
Appropriated and started to spearhead certain technologies we've always had and capitalize on it, which, go for capitalism. But they didn't invent shit.
Right.
That's why a lot of the architecture says founded. It was founded on dates. That means they came across it and found it. It wasn't constructed on that date.
That's right.
Yep. What's up, Sean Stryker? Good to see you.
Society before ours.
It's always been here. Like, for real, for real. We say we rediscovered this or that, or reinvent, or make it this. And honestly, come on, go back, look, dig into it. These are not new technologies and concepts, whether it's power or whatever. In fact, recently I was thinking about hey, Von Eric, about the
good to see you, Deathclaw.
Stonehenge. Some of the stuff we talk about, right? Well, what if they used water to float, whether by barge or other means? We are like, well, how could they possibly carry these huge stones? Okay, what if it was like water and there was more of a system of canals and whatever that got all of these interesting monuments and pieces to where they are, like some use like that. I don't know. I just went squirrel, but
I mean, there's a lot of theories about that, or freaks too. Stua, Ronnie is doing well. He had a really good night thanks to Big Chap, I think.
I was just on with him over at Mr. B's. He's doing great. He's probably lurking in the chat right now.
You want to explain? What happened, Big Chap? You think he'd mind?
No,
you don't have to. I don't know if he'd want you to or not, but I think
because it's out there. I mean, it's on the internet. But I sent him some RSO, and he took a little bit too much than what he should take.
It happens.
Yeah.
He had a nice day and a half, and
Oh Lord.
Thank you.
He's
he
back.
Was feeling it.
He looks well rested today.
Rescue, what's up?
What up, Rescue?
Yeah, that's right, Jerry Lee. Yeah, Bumblebee, it's really good to see you. It's been a long time.
What's up, bud?
Dwight Bailey, how you doing?
Bumblebee is one of the first people I got to know on YouTube way back when. Right, Cody?
Was anybody watching?
What is the fifth column? Does anybody know?
What's that?
Fifth column.
Eli said, tonight I learned about the fifth column.
Ah, what's that?
I don't know what that is.
Sure.
Fifth what?
Fifth
You
column.
lost me.
When you say Eli, you talking about Kyle?
Yeah, Phyllis. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking
We
the other
went over that.
Eli,
Did you hear that?
in the middle Eli. I was like, wait a minute, I don't see him in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, Eli. We've called him Eli.
That's my fault.
No, we always called him Kyle over on Ronnie's stream.
Yeah,
That's
well,
funny.
y'all are all better than me. I called him Progressive Patriot for like 2 solid months.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't that Eli. Hey, Cherokee,
you.
thanks for being
So-
here. Dusty, thank you for being here.
It's so
So
funny
Ben's-
too, because
Hey Benz, how you doing? How you doing with the vaping? Is that working?
Vaping? Yeah, man. It's been I've been doing it for
I still got the old school stuff here. I gotta quit this.
See, the thing is, I'm not an
Talk about
advocate of
pudding.
I'm not an advocate of vaping. It's more if anything helps you quit smoking, like
Yeah, I
cigarettes.
know. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because I've noticed the difference, like within 3 or 4 months of quitting cigarettes and switching to this, it's night and day. And the tar that I because I bought a filter, which is a washable filter. That actually every smoker should buy one because you can see the tar collecting in it, and then when you have to clean it,
Yeah.
and when you're cleaning it, you smell it. That's when it hits you that this is what you're taking in your lungs, right? So
Well, I got it down now. I got it
Yeah.
down to about 6 a day, and
yeah,
I keep butting it out. That way it
yeah.
lasts longer. I only smoke in this one room. That's it. I don't even smoke in my truck, or when I go out, I don't smoke at all. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's like in the beginning there was a lot of controversy with this because
I tried it.
it was
I
new.
can't do it. I
Yeah, it was
can't do it.
new.
It burns my throat. I don't know what it is.
You're
So
taking, you're hitting it too hard, bro. If it's
I don't know. I
burning,
tried.
if it's burning your throat and you feel like it's taking over your lungs, because it expands, the vape expands a lot more than like a regular burning smoke does.
yeah,
So just
Really?
could maybe cut the hit in half and try that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't take it like you would a drag on a cigarette. Just
Well, I tried just doing it slow. I tried non-nicotine at first, then I tried a little nicotine,
So never
but
try non-nicotine because the problem is a lot of people want to switch.
it's chemical.
no, I know. And then you crave it, and you go back to your.
Exactly.
So that's why I started with the
No,
nicotine.
that was
But
sense. The other tip is, and this is the main one. In the beginning, when you try and vape, when you switch, you're gonna cough like crazy, right? And a lot of
yeah,
people within that first few hits, they're like, "Fuck it, this is even worse than cigarettes. It's making me cough."
Oh yeah, I went through that.
The thing is, your lungs are getting used to something new, so you're gonna cough. So the trick to avoid that is you take like half a breath of just nothing, and then the other half you take the vape, and then for 3 days,
really.
yeah, for
Another
3 4
thing,
days.
Yeah, I
flavors.
asked the guy at the store. He wouldn't tell me anything. He just basically told me you just smoke it. You
Bro,
just
I've
vape it.
switched. I think I've switched more people over to vaping, like my friends, than these freaking people working at the stores have.
Different flavors
Yeah.
can be associated with the throat
Right.
burn as well as nicotine. So the higher the nicotine, the more throat burn. So like doing like a 3 milligram nicotine, which is very low. It's like
Yeah.
that's like the last step
Yeah.
before no. That's what I used to vape, and I guess still do these days. But
And then there's different Nick. There's
Hey,
salt
Ronnie.
Nick, and then
Hey,
there's
Ronnie.
Yeah,
What?
salt
There
Nick
he
is
is.
much
Yep.
better.
Ronnie's
The-
here.
The
Ronnie,
thing
how
is-
you feeling? You gotta let us know.
Ronnie,
But
Ronnie's
can
good.
can I offer one more piece of unsolicited advice on the vaping?
Yeah,
If it is burning your throat, because that used to happen to me too. If it is burning your throat, I heard you say that you try to take a slow, hit. Maybe don't go as slow, because I used to do a slow one too, wanting to not overwhelm myself, but it was
Yeah.
making it worse because I was going too slow.
Well, when
A little bit
well,
more
when I
air. Go ahead.
when I talked to my doctor, because I have severe acid reflux, I have GERD.
Oof.
And they said that the vape can cause my GERD to be worse because my esophagus is being
Yeah.
damaged from MS.
it
And
can.
even with smoking, I'm noticing it now. It's starting to bother me a little bit, a lot more now. I'm almost 60, so I've got to pack these up or else they're going to pack me up, right? So, and
Yeah,
I've survived. I've survived cancer twice, so 3 strikes and you're out, right? So,
no, I hear you. No, honestly, the thing is, whenever I talk about vaping, people are like, "Oh yeah, but this is that." I'm not advocating vaping. I'm just advocating anything that keeps you away from cigarettes, right?
no, I hear you.
However,
Yep.
yeah, but even then, like, I wish I wasn't doing this either. But it gives me the feeling of smoking, like you puff something out, hand to mouth, and the nicotine, right? But
Well, that's the thing
hopefully,
too, Benz. I can't eat. I can't eat normal. I haven't been able to eat in almost. It's been 19 years now. I can't swallow anything. I can't even drink water. I'm on a G tube. That's what's keeping me alive. I lost the muscles in my throat. They don't work anymore. So
shit.
I get hungry. I want to eat and I can't. Everything goes through my tube, so I don't even get to taste my food. Nothing.
Oh man, Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah,
It's a nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Anyways,
good, good.
Keeping her moving.
good,
Yeah, not bad.
good stuff. Good stuff.
I am
Dividends,
curious
Indy?
about this convo though, because I've tried to quit. I've used the jewels. I've used the blue was years ago. There was one called started with a V. I can't think of it right now. But you could order these vapes online. This was like 15 years ago. And now, right, I roll my own, and it does make a difference as far as if you buy cigarettes, the amount you cough and then the amount you feel the chemicals. It is
Yeah, there's
different
like
if you roll your own and get, you know, like
100%. 100%.
tobacco or whatever.
10,000 calories in each one. Or calories,
Right.
10,000 toxins.
I was just gonna
Okay,
say
so
calories.
Packing the weight
it's
on.
like, okay, but my question for real is that ultimately I, like pretty much most or if not all smokers, want to quit, but we have this habit. We have this habit of like
Yeah.
token on something or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, now I'm totally open to do some kind of vape type of thing, but so far I have found a really chemically weird thing. Like I hated Juuls. I hated the
Oh yeah, jewels they're harsh.
yeah, they made you feel like they're just that weird thing in your mouth, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very curious, what does anyone in the chat or the panel, like for real, what have you found that has really replaced not only the habit, but for me, I smoke menthols. So it's all about getting that shot of,
Yeah, me too. I love menthol.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
What if
quit for a year. I quit for a year, no problem. But I was working, and this was back in the '90s when I was healthy and that, and I could eat, and I went up to about 200. I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But then one night I went to a bar, and the guy offered me a cigarette, and that was it. Back on it again
yeah,
after a year.
I had
Yeah.
quit
Wow.
everything, and same story for a year, and then I went back to work, and I was on these all night tows, and the dude that I was riding with was smoking cigarettes, and
Oh yeah.
and so riding in a truck, and he's smoking, and I was doing great. I did great, but I noticed the night after he dropped me off, I woke up and I was like jonesing. I was like, holy crap!
right.
It was
You
bad.
got that. You got that. You got that sensation again, right?
Yeah.
I know. It's you know
No,
what? It is
or the
something
nicotine.
terrible. You know,
Is it
when
the
you
nicotine?
survive,
Is it
when
the
you
shot?
survive cancer and you're still smoking,
Yeah.
that's how bad the addiction is.
Oh,
I mean,
is the
it's
worst.
horrible.
It is the worst. If I could change one thing in my life, like go back and change one thing, it would be, just staying away from this shit. Like
14 years. 14 years old. That's when I started, man. 14 years old,
You
and I'm
guys-
almost 60. So
Check out this comment from Chris. He said, "Crazy that I came into this conversation. Today is my 1-year anniversary of quitting smoking. I quit cold turkey after a heart attack 1 year ago
Nice.
today."
yeah,
bravo.
That's
Well,
awesome,
good for you.
Chris.
Good for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Good for you, Chris.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Way to go.
Deathclaw Jedi made an interesting comment. He said, "I came to the decision years ago. You're either a smoker or you're not. I've tried gum patches and vapes to quit, but honestly, nothing mimics the craving like a real smoke."
Right.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
agree. The thing though is, Jedi, like some of my friends, they switched over to vaping to give it a shot, and then a week later they were like, "Yeah, man, I'm not feeling the same hit or not." And I asked them, "How much nicotine do you have?" They said, "Oh, I got like 2 milligrams." I'm like, "Bro, that's not gonna do anything." So I made one of them switch to like 25. He would take 2 tokes and he'd be like, "Yeah, fuck, I don't feel like smoking." Like he would just like stop. And then slowly he tapered it down, and then he brought it down like I think 6 or 7. But even then, I agree. There are moments when I'm like, man, no, I need a fucking cigarette, but I don't, because you know why? Because I'm not used to it anymore. I hate the taste and smell now. Like I can't stand it. I
Well,
remember
that's
back.
what I did. That's what
I
I did. I
remember
put
when.
a whole bunch of old cigarettes in a jar, like in a jar with water, and I'd smell it
Yeah.
until I get sick of the smell.
No, the
And it
thing is,
worked.
I
It worked for a
smoked for
couple of months, but
Yeah, I smoked for I think about like 17 years, 16 years. And then when I was working in downtown, like when we were pre-COVID, I was smoking. Whenever I used to go in the elevator, so my friends
Moose.
or somebody would be like, "Man, that's fuck that smell," and I would be like, "Man, I don't smell anything. What the fuck? You guys are just overly sensitive." And then 4 months after I had quit and switched to vaping, like I
You can
could
smell it.
smell that, and I was like, "Man, this
Yep.
smells nasty as shit." Like it
Yep.
really
Mhm.
was. The tar, like when I cleaned that filter, I remember cleaning it with a napkin, and I just threw it in the pod in my office. And my friends just came into the pod. They're like, "What the fuck did you smoke today? Like today it smells like extra terrible." I'm like, "I don't know. Like I didn't. It's
Well,
same
it gets
cigarette."
in your clothes. It gets in your hair. It goes everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
Once you smell tar up close, I don't think like you can really, even
I
if it
got to
doesn't really.
admit, I'm addicted, but I do like smoking.
I yeah, I get
I
it.
actually like it.
I completely understand. I completely understand.
Habit.
You
Yeah.
know, I wish I didn't like it so much. It would be easier to quit, but
I know whatever works
uh,
for different people. Like I'm all for like do whatever you want. Just but if you can kick a bad habit,
it's the last habit I got. That's it. I don't drink. I don't drink
I
at all. I don't do drugs of any kind
yeah
other than oil, cannabis oil, just at nighttime for my MS so I can sleep,
yeah.
and that's
No,
it.
and some people, their bodies are just so used to it. If they go cold turkey or something, they start actually getting like a lot of other
Oh,
issues.
migraines, insomnia. I
Yeah,
can't sleep. Oh,
yeah,
it drives me nuts.
yeah.
Right.
Like
I
my
tried the patch. My doctor gave me the nicotine patch, and I almost
yeah,
ended up having a heart attack.
yeah. Those things are
I said, I'm never putting that thing on me again. I was having palpitations. I tried the Nicorette.
I've
All it
been
did was
using
burn my throat.
patches. I've been using the patch for the past 7 years.
Yeah, and how does it work? How's it working for you?
Obviously, no. It's the stupidest
That's
thing. It's so
hilarious.
embarrassing to even say it. At least 7 years. And then I think I got it figured out. Hey, you know what? I'll do a 21 and a 14. Then I'll cut the 7.5 and add that. And then wait a second before that. I'm just going to go outside and have a cigarette. And then I'll do
Right?
I actually
Yeah.
saw a guy. I saw a guy standing out of the hospital with a patch on, and he's smoking.
oh
Yeah.
shit.
I said, "Are you trying to kill yourself or what?"
Oh, no, man.
The guy's got his IV and everything, and he's standing there. Oh, he's like this. I says, "Look at you. You look like you're half dead, man. Get inside. It's winter."
The
There's a
ones on
movie.
oxygen you got to worry about.
I've seen
There's a
people with
movie,
oxygen.
They're a walking bomb.
I always feel weird when I'm in the hospital. I had a 7-day stay, and it's wintertime, and I'm going out there in my in my garb, and I got to walk halfway out of the hospital because you can't smoke near the hospital, right? And I'm standing there, and everybody's looking at me. I feel kind of really weird. I just want to get this over with so I can get back inside, But it does. They kind of make you feel like you're a dirty person and all this and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I could walk out tomorrow and get hit by a bus. I mean, that's the way I look at life. Yeah, that's the way I live.
Since the worst is after, imagine after you just get off the plane after a 14-hour flight, and then you have to go through security. You have to go through baggage claim and everything, and then you finally step out, and then you start lighting it up, and security comes in like, "No, sir, the smoking area is all the way there," and you have to walk like freaking mile to get to the smoking area.
Well,
Like it's outdoors. Like what the fuck? But
I remember smoking when I went to Italy back in the 80s when you could still smoke on a plane. I mean, I couldn't believe it, man. Nowadays you can't do nothing, but everybody had a cigarette. We're all in this tube.
Versus a vape that you can discreetly do against
Yeah.
the rules in the bathroom,
yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Just keep it in.
Yep.
Keep it in for like longer, 15
Yeah.
seconds, and then
That's
just
right. That's right.
It
Oh,
works.
you can tell Benz has been doing some stuff on planes here, man.
Not the flight, but the boarding lounge, because you have to get to the airport 3 hours before.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
it's like you go through all that. I'm like, fuck. And after this is like a 10-hour flight, I'm not going to sit through this, without like a bit of a
But
hit.
do you think they'll actually know if you were to go into the cabin and have it like in the bathroom and have
Not
a
if it's a
quick
little
puff?
like if you
I don't
have
want.
they're
I
called
mean, do they have an
cloud.
alarm or camera or something? Are they going to
I don't know.
see
I don't
you
want
or
to
what?
risk it. I don't want to risk it. Like
They
not on
have
my.
they have some mods that are like cloud chasers that are like they really have a high production of smoke or clouds. But like the ones that you get from the gas station and stuff, those little jewel
which aren't all good.
which
but-
are not all good, but they don't have a lot of smoke production. So like 15 said, if you just hold your breath for a few seconds, it really dissipates it. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that's healthy.
Yeah,
But
that
it's
I'm
an
sure that
No, I'm just
damages
saying. I
the
mean,
lungs more. Yeah.
you're on a 12-hour flight and you're feeling the edge, man. I'm 36,000 feet up. I'm over the ocean, man. I want a cigarette. Oh man, this movie's not cutting it for me. I gotta go have a puff, Oh Lord. And they're smoking. They play a movie where I remember it was I went on a plane ride. It was Constantine, the movie Constantine.
Oh,
And he's smoking all the time, chain smoking. I'm like, please, for the love of God, put Superman, anything on, but not this movie. I want to smoke. It was driving me nuts. He's
Good
smoking
night,
and
Craig. Thanks for
smoking.
coming by.
that's kind of funny. I can imagine somebody like, please turn this off. Oh, does the spiritual battle? Is that hard? No, it's not smoking.
I wanted to reach in and kill Keanu Reeves. I love him. He's a great actor, but I wanted to kill him. I said, stop smoking, buddy. Stop smoking. Oh, man.
Good seeing you, Craig.
Habit.
It's a
Manny.
habit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say this about the patches. There's this movie. It wasn't. I don't know if it was like mainstream or not, but it's called "Thank You for Smoking," and it's
Yes, amazing.
It's got the dude that's from The Punisher, Thomas. Shoot, I can't remember.
No. Tiff, it
Yeah.
has it has the guy who played Two-Face in Dark Knight.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh,
I might
okay. Yeah. I think I've seen it. I think I've
Forget
seen
his
it.
name.
around. But at any rate, at this one part in the movie, he gets kidnapped because like the whole premise of the movie is he's a lobbyist for tobacco companies. And at one point in the movie, he gets kidnapped by these, anti-smoking people, and they they just stick like 20, 30 patches on him. And like
Whoa.
he gets such a nicotine buzz, like he passes out, and then he wakes up in the hospital, and they're like, basically, had you not been smoking all your life, you would have died from how much nicotine was on these patches.
My
That,
God.
that baffled me. I was like, whoa, is that
Mhm.
really a thing?
It
Yeah,
is.
you
Yeah,
can.
this, yeah.
There are some people who are prescribed nicotine for IBS. Now, for entertainment purposes only, anecdotally, and in a satirical way, I will state that some have been prescribed, like smoking 1 or 2 cigarettes a day or having some kind of patch for Niagara ass, straight up, because something about it calms the nerves and makes it where you don't have such explosive diarrhea. Straight up. In Minecraft.
Really?
What?
Yes, it's a fact.
In Minecraft.
Well, I heard something about that, and when I was talking to my gastro specialist, because when they do my stomach, my tube, and whatnot, and I was asking him, I said, "Listen, I'm a smoker, whatnot." I said, "I know I've had my problems, but I said if I smoke like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 cigarettes in a day,
Yep.
what do you think?" And the doc says, "Hey, if you can cut it down to that, that's pretty damn good." He says, "Go for it,
Yeah, but no, I'm serious. If anyone has IBS issues, just go into that rabbit hole and check out that connection in Minecraft, and it's a thing. It's medically a thing. I mean, it's been a thing in Minecraft. It's totally a thing.
I would have thought it would have been good for like constipation or something. I always
All
thought
the
it was
way around. It's good for the shits.
It just stops me from strangling my dog. That's all. I mean, I'd be running around strangling people. I don't know. After at least I'd say about 3 hours, sometimes less, depends on how I feel. I gotta have a puff, man. I gotta have it, or I go a little bit funny.
Yeah. I mean, each person might be different, of course. Each character in Minecraft might have a different feature that makes it different. But look at the connection between your butthole and smoking. Like 2 or 3.
I got a new idea. Maybe I can smoke from the back end.
Yeah.
And one fall out the other.
Say hello, Moto. You know, here we
I
go.
love Moto.
Everybody calm down. Dave's volunteer.
Oh, okay. Calm down.
What's up, Dave?
Calm
Hey,
down.
Dave.
Lord,
I
I'll
have
probably
never-
I'll probably die with a cigarette. I'll die with a cigarette in one hand, and I want to put my finger like this, and I want to put it on my chest when I croak. So when the rigor mortis sets in, that finger's going to be sticking up. That's my send off to the world.
Nobody will
Yeah,
see
mine.
it. Your house will catch on fire.
Yeah.
No. I'll make sure I put this. I'll make sure I put this out first. I just want to make sure the finger is in the right place.
Tip the
Let's
ever
later
over.
burn to death. Send myself off.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very Viking of you, sir. I see now the fire. I get it.
Tiff
Oh
is
man.
always overthinking stuff. So Tiff already had the whole story planned out and the house catching fire. So she's already giving you.
I know.
Right.
She's got me crispy.
How many people are in the house? I'm thinking
How
about
many people are in
neighbors.
No, I'd make sure I put that baby out first.
Right.
But
Hey, John.
I already have kind of forewarning of how I'm going to leave this world. I've already been told, so I know what's going to happen. It's
Okay,
not. I don't
so-
know when, but it is going to happen a certain way. I've already been told. My muscles eventually and my lungs are going to stop because the MS will eventually attack them. So, you know what? I told my doc. I said, you know what? If I'm going to croak with this thing eventually, anyways, I mean, let me have this one little thing, and I've already died 3 times and come back, so I'm a veteran at it. It's easy being dead. You don't even know you're gone, man. It was only when I woke up in ICU with all these tubes down my throat. I said, what happened? You died. I said, really? How long? 22 minutes, 36 seconds. No brain, no heart. They thought I was going to be a vegetable. And somehow, man, I came out of it. They worked on me for that long to bring me back. They had to use the paddles. They broke 2 ribs. And my whole family's crying and everything. And I'm saying, why did you bring me back? I was free. Jesus, I was free.
Yeah.
So, being dead is easy. It's getting there that's hard.
Right.
For me, I starved to death over 7 months because when I couldn't eat, my doctor didn't take it seriously. I went down to 112. I was like one of these prisoners in a war camp. And I begged them to put this tube in to save my life because I only had 2 weeks to live. All my veins collapsed. I was dehydrated. I couldn't get any water in me anymore. So when he saw the video I took of myself, he said, get him in here quick. So they did it, and it saved my life just in time. But I did die because the doctor mistakenly gave me morphine, and I'm allergic to morphine. As soon as I saw the IV, my sister said, is that morphine you're giving my brother? I tried to reach to grab it, to yank it out of my arm. And I said, you just killed. And that was it. I was dead. I got a picture of me dead. My sister took it. She thought it was the last picture she was going to get of me. And I looked dead, man. My eyes were open. My mouth was open. It was a freaky. I've only looked at the picture twice. But it's freaky seeing yourself like that. But anyways, on a lighter note.
That it wasn't your time. You have more work to do here. So did you have that sense, like where you saw yourself and then you're like, wait, I have more work to do here?
Well, for me, I was a very religious person. I mean, I used to go to church, not on Sundays. I used to go when nobody was around. I like to be private when I go to church. And I just sit there, I've read the Bible many times. But they say when people have a tragedy happen, that's when they find religion. For me, it was the opposite. I became an atheist. I still believe in something, but I just don't believe in that anymore. But I didn't go anywhere. I didn't see Elvis. I didn't see my grandparents or nothing. It was just lights out, ceased to exist. It was very peaceful. The only thing is you don't know. You're dead. So if that's the way it is, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to have a deathbed conversion. I'm not going to say, hey, Jesus, here I come. But if there is to be a second look and I'm wrong, I leave 1% because, you never know. I'm all for it, I'm all for checking it out. But I don't think there's any heaven or any hell. I just think there's a lot of space. And I believe that's where we go one day when this planet disintegrates or whatever. We'll go back out into space. Billions of years later, we'll be trapped in a piece of ice and we'll start over again. That's what I believe.
So you had a near-death experience, but you didn't feel any sense of another positive realm. It was just, I mean,
I
love
did.
an NDE. I think a lot of us do on this panel, like love.
I
and
did.
experience,
I
right?
did on the first one. On the first one, when I drowned, I was 7 years old and I got pulled out by undercurrent. And I remember when the water was going in, it was scary. But once I started, you start to go into like a kind of subconscious state of mind. And I saw the sun, and the sun just started to get the whole top of the water just lit up bright. And I knew I was dying. And then my father took me out. He's shaking me all over the place and he got the water out of me. And then the second time I fell through a plate of glass and I cut my leg about 7 inches and I almost bled to death. And I remember seeing from my peripheral vision, I thought I saw my grandfather who had passed away. So there are things that I have seen that make me say, yeah, maybe there is still something. So I still believe in something. Don't get me wrong. I believe in something because I've seen things and felt things that I can't explain. They defy logic and science. But as far as it comes to being dead, no, I don't believe, you're going to be punished because, you did something bad in life and you're going to go down with a bunch of guys with pitchforks and they're going to roast you all for eternity. I don't believe in that stuff. I think, if anything, all religions are a dictionary to a possible better way of life. Maybe it makes us feel better about ourselves. It's the first time that we learn to actually write something. I mean, I look at 280,000 years ago when our first ancestors started walking on this planet. They were doing a lot of nasty stuff. Where was God then? There was no God, no Jesus for them. You look on caves, you don't see pictures of God or Jesus. You see horses or, things they were doing back then. But it just seems funny that 7,000 years ago, all of a sudden, Jesus around, God decides, you know what, you guys are intelligent enough. I think I'm going to come down now and start throwing you some rules. So that's the whole part that kind of makes me kind of think this is man-made. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting religion down. Trust me. There was a time where somebody could try and tell me, hey, religion doesn't exist. I would say, hey, hold on. That's sacrilegious. I still believe in it a little.
Regardless of religion, you didn't see any positive or negative heaven or hell.
I didn't go anywhere. I thought, the worst case scenario, I said, well, if I didn't go anywhere, maybe I'm not going upstairs or downstairs. Maybe he's deciding on me. That's the only thing that kind of freaked me out for about a year because I was still religious at that time. And I said, maybe I was in purgatory because I didn't go anywhere. So that kind of made me think a little bit. It gave, concentrates the mind when you wake up after dying. It does. But now, my doctor says, Carm, your lungs are eventually going to fail on you and that you're going to suffocate. That's how you're going to die. I said, all right, well, that's okay. I've already blacked out a few times here in the last 2 months. And when I had COVID, I blacked out a few times. My lungs just poof. And I woke up and I said, okay, I'm still here. I won't know. Once you're dead, you're dead. That's just the way it is. I accept it. Like, give me a good death. That's all I ask for. Dignified. Don't have me strapped down on a bed in a hospice somewhere where my family can see me rotting away. I don't want that. I saw my mother like that. I do not want to be there to see that last gasp. That horrified me. And, I saw my wife. My wife died of cancer, and I found her on the couch. She'd been dead for 3 hours, and I didn't even know. I thought she was sleeping. I went over. I said, "Hun, how you doing?" She was already hard, and that was tough. That was a tough one. I told my daughter to stay upstairs, and I got, I got her the attention to get her out of the house. But yeah, that was tough. We both had cancer at the same time, the same kind of cancer, colon cancer, and we joked. And I said, "I wonder which one's going to kick off first, you or me." Sadly, she lost that bet. I wish it would have been me, because she was a wonderful, wonderful person. I love her, still do. I miss her every day. She was my soulmate. She was Scottish and sense of humor, and she could deck me. I'm telling you, she was strong. If I stepped out of line, boy, she put me in line real quick. But some of us get pushed ahead. We get pushed forward of the line. But you know what? None of us get out of this thing called life alive. We all have an expiration date. We have to accept our fate. That's it. So if I live, say, another 25 years, which I don't think I will, but if I do, I'd say I'm a happy guy.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting insight.
That's the only way to look at it, man. And you can't fear death. You can't fear it, or else you won't live. If you keep thinking about death all the time, you won't live. Just live your life, and when it's your time, cancel Christmas. That's it, man. Put me in a box. I had to pick out a box at 43 years old with my mom here and my sister here. I had to pick out a box that I was going to be in 2 weeks. And I got to tell you, that's a surreal feeling. And I remember looking out of the window. I was 112 kg. I couldn't even have a blanket on me because it hurt so bad. I was so thin. And I remember looking out my window, and it was like I was seeing the world for the first time, but the last time. And I was really angry because I said, those cars, those people, those trees, and that sky are going to be here in 2 weeks, but I won't. And I really grappled with that. It was hard for me to take that in, But I survived, I kind of wish I didn't, because my life's been hell. It's been hell ever since they did this procedure. I don't have a life anymore. It cramps your social life. What's the first thing you do? You go out for dinner. What am I going to do? Sit there and look at the fork? I can't even drink water. I had a little teaspoon of cough syrup because I had COVID, and I choked on it. It went in my lungs. I ended up getting silent aspiration, and they had to stick a hose to get it out of me. A teaspoon. So I have these. These are Fisherman Friends. That's just to keep moisture in my throat. That's all I've had for 19 years. That's it. And a popsicle. So, and trust me, people say, you got no willpower, pal. You can't quit smoking. Try quitting eating and drinking for almost 20 years and then come back to me and talk about willpower. The first 3 years, I wanted to end it. I wanted to end my life. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't be around food. And I did attempt it twice. I don't subscribe to anybody doing it the old do-it-yourself way. It's not good. I took enough medications to kill a horse, but all I did was went to sleep for 7 days, and I woke up feeling really bad. And then I did try to hang myself because I couldn't stand the pain anymore. I was thirsty, and I couldn't drink. I used to put my hands under the faucet and pretend the water was going in. I mean, that crazy thirst where you just want to guzzle?
Yeah.
Try, next time you feel that way, try not drinking and see how long before you start to lose it. I went 4 days, and then I said, that's it. And I put a rope around my neck. Sadly, the person who put the ceiling fan didn't do a good job, and it didn't hold me. So I had to fight to get that damn thing off of me because it was choking me. But
Well, we can be choked
Well, I'm.
physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You dug out of it. That's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah, and
it.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you're still here, Synthworks. And now,
Yeah.
you're continuing to spread so much positivity, to so many people through your music and through sharing your story. That's pretty amazing.
Well, that's it. That's why I do my music. It gives me a reason. That's my legacy. One day when I'm gone, maybe YouTube will say topic synthworks, and I'll still
Mhm.
exist somewhere on the internet, and people say, "Who is this guy?" That's why I
Mhm.
do it, and
Hey,
it gives me peace of mind.
All
Yeah.
the things that you have been saved from, all the things that you've been saved from. And I know, like your story is so, I mean, I cannot imagine the things that you have been through. So like I said in the comments, it's not even your lungs I'm worried about, it's your heart I'm praying for. Cause I mean, the things that you have been through, I'm so sorry, but I can't help but think that, and this is my belief. So, take what's for you and leave the rest. But I
Mhm.
can't help but think that God has a purpose for you. And so, that's my belief on it. But uh, truly an amazing story. And I'm
I
sorry.
consider
Mhm.
myself lucky. I used to go visit the sick children's hospital, and I used to watch 9-year-olds dying of leukemia. And I said, those kids won't even see 10. I've lived to be 60. I've got nothing to complain about. That's what I used to do. I used to go help out. I'd make balloons and whatnot for the kids. And it made me happy. But looking at those parents, man, it killed me. When I'd go in the room, I'd ask them, I'd say, here's a balloon. And I'd see the kid there, smile on their face. They're not going to live to see 10. I mean, I consider
How do you
myself
know that?
blessed.
Ain't nobody
You
know
know?
that. You don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that.
To lose a
Yeah.
child is the worst thing, man. It's the worst thing. I used to hug these
Agreed.
parents. Yep.
But still, we don't know something like that. Like be careful of manifest destiny.
Yeah.
Well,
But anyways, on a
yeah,
lighter note, you
actually,
guys tell
that's
some jokes. Tell some jokes. Enough of this stuff.
well, actually,
Okay.
I wanted to go ahead. That kind of segued really well into 15th's latest song. And
Yeah, let's hear some
15th,
music.
yeah, would you be able to pull that up, 15th, to share?
Uh,
Or Brand, it's
yep.
on that playlist.
Yeah, I can. Indy, I'm gonna
But
change the audio to stereo audio just for the song so that it sounds a bit okay. Is that okay?
okay, yep.
Right.
And if everybody on panel can mute when it's playing, it'll be a minute. But yeah, that'd be great.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, Synthworks, thank you so much for sharing your story and for coming up too. I really do think it's important for everybody to get a chance to share, but also for others to get to hear, because there's always people who can relate.
Yeah, you're not alone. Bottom line, you are
Mm-hmm.
not alone in a lot of these experiences. So
Yeah,
All
like
right.
Dee said, amen. We all have a purpose.
yes.
I got the screen up. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Oh
Such a
man,
powerful
Ben's,
song.
you got talent, brother. I love that song. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, this one's a really heavy one. I don't think in any other song of mine that I've composed that I've shed that many tears. Like this was because it was for some people that I know who've unfortunately experienced the worst kind of pain a parent or grandparent can experience. So just with talking to them, and when I was working on the song, I was sharing snippets with them that okay, this is what I've done so far, and just hearing what they thought about it was just it really moved me. It's I don't know, this one is just always going to be a special one for me.
It was beautiful. I love that song. Beautiful. I still have the CD in the package. I'm not opening it. So you better become famous because that's going to be worth some money.
Yeah. Smart.
So much pressure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I hope you guys up on panel are reading some of these comments from the chat. There's so many great comments here. It's really amazing. Thanks to everybody for sharing.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, Maria there. Yeah.
And Synth, you asked for jokes, so Landon has been posting jokes specifically for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring everybody down. I just started talking and that was it. So.
No, man.
No,
You're good.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to talk, share life. There's ups and downs in life.
That's
so
it. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. I'm all right. So.
Just know you're not
Synthworks, yeah. Did you have some music that you wanted to either play or to share with us?
I was
today?
going to ask Ben's if he could do my hold on, let me just check. It's The Way. If you could do that on yours, because you got the stereo on yours. So if you can
Good night,
pull
Kelly.
it up.
Thanks for being here.
Did the audio, like for the people in the chat, did the audio and the music sound okay, or was it sounding like it's? No, for us it's different.
Good.
For us it's different. For us, we hear it differently than they do.
Yeah, it's different through
Yeah, I could
StreamYard.
hear it. It was sounded beautiful.
Good call, V. Tabani.
You need to do something with that 15th. You need because so many people call you Benz, so you just need to take that and run with it and be like, I've got the Benz. Somehow.
Chad is
We all
returning
float
5 by
down
5, Ben.
Make it a good thing.
Well,
Confuse everybody.
It's only
so
bad in the scuba community.
That's right.
See, my channel members and my Patreons, I call them the Bens. They call themselves like a bunch of things, like Team 15th or the Bensters and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just. Well, I would take that any day over people who, when they see my music or something the first time, when I'm on a stream for the first time and they haven't heard of me, and they start calling me 15 Band or 15 Blend or something like that, and I'm like, man, it's Bend. Like, how difficult is that? Bend. But
well, Ben's is the one who's got me now saying icon, legend to everybody in the comment sections now. He makes up all these names, so.
Well,
yeah, I love it.
I don't know what the origin of it is, but my internal speculation was always, like the 15th bend in the road, kind of like the 15th unexpected kind of turn.
No,
I could be way off,
No,
but
Yeah.
I thought it was like
a little bit
15th
off.
fret.
A little bit off.
I thought
It's
it was
something to do with the guitar. It's with the guitar for sure.
and then
Yeah.
with you calling 16th, I'm like, oh, okay, so there's the 16th bend, that was the other bend of it was, so.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent, calling your little one there. I mean, that's good. That's creative.
Yeah, I was just tired of referring to him as the baby when he was about to arrive, and I was just like, yeah, the baby's about to,
Baby Benz.
yeah. So then I was just tired, and I just started calling him 16 Ben, and then it just stuck, and then everyone started asking me, all the time, hey, how's 16 doing, and this and that, so that's just something that he's gonna live with now.
How old is your little one now, Benz?
He's 18 months.
Wow, eh? It's a beautiful thing, man. They grow up.
I I wish I could say time flew by, but no, I felt a lot of it.
I've been there. My daughter's 30 now, so trust me, I know how you feel.
Yep.
Oh,
15th,
man.
did you see this comment from Abe? He said that he's working on a video now for a new one that's a collab with a friend of yours. And that's all he can say for now. Something to look forward to, Abe.
Yeah.
Well, see, when the teaser becomes the teased, it kind of
Yeah.
Well
hurts
done,
me.
Abe. Well done.
No, but I think I have an idea. I think I have an idea because Abe mentioned something. I think about a month ago or 3 weeks ago. I think I know who my friend he is that he's referring to because he was really excited when I played one of his solos on my stream, and I think Abe spilled the beans on this. See, everyone can't tease like me, bro.
Right?
I remember when he was doing the CD promo, man. He had us all hanging on our seats, and he said, "I'm going to give you just a little bit." You know?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
man.
I had to do that. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen 1 second.
Okay.
Brand says, live by the tease, die by the tease.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that a euphemism?
All right, I got it loaded up, Indy.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there it is. All right, if you
let's
can go
go.
ahead and mute on panel, that'd be great.
All right.
Wow,
That is so stunning.
that was awesome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I still got
Yeah.
a lot to learn, but I'm getting there slowly. I'm getting there slowly.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We had a
amazing.
question from Abe. He said, "Where do the vocals come from? Samples or recorded by someone for this?"
Yeah, I use contact libraries. The one I'm using right now is Ethra Gold, and there's another one that I have. It's from the same singer. I can't remember the name of it offhand right now, but yeah, that's what I use. I don't use like sample packs or anything like that. Everything is through contacts. So
So, Synth,
I like it.
do you play something on the keyboard and then you hear the vocal like it's MIDI based?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I have to tweak the vocals in order to, I use the pitch wheel to get
Yeah.
certain inflections and whatnot. It
Mhm.
takes a little getting used to. It's just like I'm trying to do guitar now, and that's hard to do on a keyboard, but I'm
Oh yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to do it, but the only thing is drums. I haven't got my mix template set up for drums because I'm up to 156 bus channels right now, and
Holy shit.
I'd have to dedicate. Well, what you just heard there is about 32 instruments. They're very subtle. Some of them are so
Yeah.
subtle,
Wow.
and the effects are like enormous. But I'd have to put
Yeah.
10 more chains
Yep.
in order to do drums. And I'm an ambient artist, so I don't really use drums that often. But I'm thinking about trying it. So
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds amazing. And it's just something about every song of yours. It's like, I don't know if it's a frequency thing or what it is, but it's like, it just, I feel it like internally. You know what I mean? It's like I
Yeah.
physically feel your songs. It's really
Yep.
amazing.
well,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It's
Yeah, I'm
unique.
glad.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Some people say my music's a little depressing, but I'm a bit of a
I
depressing
don't
guy. So I'm like
see, I
Beethoven.
don't
He was
feel
depressed
that.
too.
I
So
don't feel
I don't feel like it
Yeah.
I
was
don't know.
depressing.
depressing.
I don't know. It's
I've
just
heard
the
you
way
say
I
that
feel.
before. And to me, it
Yeah.
always makes me feel kind of like calming and soothing.
Yep.
It
Yep.
doesn't,
Very
maybe
peaceful.
contemplative, but
I
yeah.
just wanted to take ambient music and I wanted to try and soup it up a little bit, other than the drone sound where you hit one key and it's like
Yep.
meditative. I want to take ambient like in the Enigma kind of sense
Yep.
and a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
that. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to change it up a bit. I
Excellent.
have I have a certain core sound that I
Right,
use all the
Dex?
time. So that way people recognize the sound right away when they hear it. They say, "Oh, that's synthworks."
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's what we try and do. Look at Ben's. As soon as I hear Ben's music, I know right
Mm-hmm.
away it's him. I can tell by the way he
Yep.
plays the guitar.
That's right.
That's, being involved with the indie music community, that's something that, I hadn't really thought about, I guess, like that. But all of my favorites, I'll just say it that way. There's something about each of you that makes your music very unique. And it's the same, like you're saying, I can identify each of you right away
That's
as
right.
soon as
Well,
I hear
yeah.
you. And it's pretty amazing.
It's like your favorite bands. You listen to Boston, you know it's Boston, or any band you
Mm-hmm.
listen to Led Zeppelin, you know, oh, that's Led Zeppelin right away. Or U2, that riff, the guitar
Yep.
riff, you know
Yeah.
right away it's them. That is the
Mm-hmm.
secret to music. It's making your own trademark sound and the
Much love,
style
Apple
you play
Dumpling.
in. And if you can accomplish that, then you've done something. It took me about 3.5 years to build this template up. So a lot of tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people used to tell me that in the beginning and this is really early on, and they were like, "No, this sounds like you. This is your sound now." And I couldn't hear it. I was just like,
Oh, you
"Well,
got it, Benz. You got
yeah."
it. As soon as I
But then
hear
Oh
it.
yeah.
slowly, then I realized that okay, this is what they're talking about.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's really beautiful. Now, is that your most recent one, or was there another one that you did that you've done since then?
Well, I just finished mastering one. I was going to render it tonight, but I'll put it up for tomorrow. I haven't come
Wonderful.
up with a name yet for it. But what I'll do is I'll look at visuals. I use visuals. I work kind
Mm-hmm.
of the same as a soundtrack composer. I have to see visuals, and as soon as I see a certain picture or video, it's almost like it's singing to me, and I
Yeah.
can hear the
Mm-hmm.
music from it.
Love you too, Apple Dumpling.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just that's
Like a
the way I
fourth
work.
dimension.
I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. You know, the whole
How long
process.
does it take you to make a song usually? Because it seems like you're putting them out pretty frequently.
Well, put it this way, I don't get much sleep. Usually
Yeah.
you're looking at 12, maybe 12, 16 hours with ear breaks. I give myself about 40-minute ear breaks. I'm deaf in my left ear. I can only hear about 28% because I COVID. So even now I can't hear out of this ear properly. So I don't hear stereo anymore. So I have to use visuals. So I get the right side visually right, and then I look at the left side and I try and get it right. And then when I look at the comments say it's okay. So I'm looking to you guys to tell me I'm doing okay because I can't hear it.
I think it's more than okay, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Okay is not the word I think of when I think of your music. Stunning is usually what comes to mind.
Peaceful.
Yeah, I try my best. You know, I try my best with what I have to work with. And if I had a studio setup or something like that, oh man, I'm telling you, I'd be doing something a lot different than what I'm doing now. But I just don't have the funds for that kind of stuff right now. So
if you had a proper studio synth, that's what you're saying?
yeah, right now, like in the back there, you see that keyboard in the back. This is where I do all my getting it all set up and ready. But in my other room, that's where I do my music on my other computer. So, and I made it like a dead room, so it has no echo because I don't live record. I just use VST, so everything's headphones.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't even use monitors unless I just want to listen to it quickly. So
yeah, I do the opposite. Like I never use headphones just because I feel like I get the atmosphere, like how it's gonna sound openly. But it's so like I wish I had a studio because my studio is basically this basement where behind these recliners is the kids' play area. And that day, when it was my daughter's birthday party on Saturday, there was 20 kids running around here. I had to hide my guitars and everything, right? And my shades were here on the desk, so my shades were here, and my mixer and everything was here. I didn't take everything apart, and then I just came down to get something, and I saw like one of the kids poking my mixer, and another kid trying on my shades, and my daughter my daughter knows, like, you know, like
man.
this area you're not gonna mess with dad's area, otherwise he's gonna ban me from the basement. So this is what I saw. She wasn't saying anything to the kid. She wasn't saying anything to the kid poking the mixer, but the one who had the shades on, she's like, "Hey, that's my daddy's shades. Like, put them down, like right now. He's otherwise, you know."
Wow, eh?
His
Well,
shades
you know what?
are-
You know what?
But I had a.
You're a pro. You're a professional player and a professional dad. So hey, that's the way it goes.
See, we had this party entertainer over who's gonna solve like this crime mystery with the kids, right? And they were gonna do it here. So my daughter, like, she had this caution tape that she was like, "Oh, we're just gonna put this, you know, here and there." And I'm like, "All right, give me that tape." And I just taped up my area. I'm like, "Okay, this means no kids go beyond this tape, the caution tape, so nobody goes in my area." But then I couldn't tape it all the way here because then they wouldn't have enough space. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? I wish I had like a proper studio, because sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm like really deep into a song, and all of a sudden like someone's gonna drop something upstairs, and I'm just gonna be like, what the like, I'll just go like this, you know, and then you lose your train of thought, and I rush.
had my
another
dog.
rockstar dad.
I got my dog. My dog ran and she cut my wires on my headphones and ripped the headphones right off my head. I'm like, Jesus, man, these are $480 headphones. What are you doing? But I love her. I love her. She's a cute little.
I gotta read this comment. This comment from Abe, another rock star dad out there. He says, "I always use headphones because I only play when the kids are asleep. I record in a bathroom on a table next to the shower." Hashtag doing the things, rock star dad. Yeah.
Hey, where do you think the Beatles? You know, where do you think the Beatles did a lot of their music? They did it in bathrooms and hallways back in the day because it had good reverb.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing.
I have yet to mix a song where I can listen to it at a decent volume where I can actually tell what everything is doing, because I can't, because if I do that, then kids are gonna wake up and shit. So this is what I do. I export the track. Like once I think that it sounds okay,
Perfect
I
anti.
export it, and then I listen to it in the car. So I do the car test, and
Yeah,
in the
that's
car
what
I
I do.
crank it
Yep.
up, right?
Yep.
And then I come back, and then
Mhm.
when the kids are like awake during the day or something, then I like really boost it up on the surround sound. But yeah, it's a painful process. Like export, and then I'm taking notes in the car, sitting there, and my daughter's like, "What the heck happened to my dad?" Like ever since he became a musician, he acts weird. Like he's sitting in the car, like just listening to something and taking notes and shit. Like what the fuck is going
What
on?
kind
But
of dog? What kind of dog do you use, Benz?
Ableton.
Ableton. Yeah, yeah. I tried it a few times. I just couldn't get used to the
Yeah,
interface.
which one do you use?
Good night,
I
Chris.
used.
Thanks for being here.
Good night, Chris.
Good night,
Have a good
Chris.
sleep. Well, I use Studio One for some of my work,
Okay.
and then I used to use Cubase, but now I started FL Studio. I like using FL Studio because for me, it's like blocks. It's different. It's totally different, and it takes a little getting used to. But I like it because it's easy and it seems to work.
Yeah, I don't
You
know. I
know.
got a free copy of Ableton with I think an amp that I got like way
Hmm.
back when, and then
Yep.
this was the only one, and then I just started playing around with it. Then I got used to it, and creature of habit. I don't like change, so now I'm just like fuck it, works for me.
I've tried them all. Trust me, Pro Tools, all of them,
Yeah,
Cubase, oh man, all of them. But so far, Studio One, I like that one for certain compositions, and then I'll use FL Studio for mastering and whatnot because I have
yeah.
everything chained properly on there. So it's all up to the person.
I want
As
to
long
give
as the
a
music sounds good.
I want to give a shout out to. Okay, now I don't know how you pronounce your first name. Is it Louis or is it Louis? Uh, type 1 for Louis, type 2 for Louis, because
Nice.
I always see Louis or Louis in the chat or in the comments, and it's just like the most beautiful comments that I can get, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out, say hi, thank you for being here.
Yes. Thank you
Um,
for being here.
Absolutely.
yeah, I think our Geek Talk synth might bore everyone out. They'll be like, "What the fuck is
I was
this?"
enjoying it.
Some
I'm like
people in
taking
here are
notes.
following along.
I just want to listen to music. What the fuck? I don't want to listen about how they make it.
I'm over
I
here
I
like
know.
agonizing
taking
over it.
notes.
I know.
Landon, you're
I
taking
know.
notes,
I'm like, okay, wait, what software y'all use?
bro.
Good
Yeah, if
night,
you have any
Bonnie. Thank you for
questions,
being
if you
here.
have any questions, Landon, just hit me up, bro. Like anytime.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody, every time I post a song in the comments, they're always asking me, "How do you do this? How do you do that?" And then when I
Yeah,
start actually telling them how I do it, oh no, I don't want to know right now.
I don't want to know right.
So, and I said, well, why don't ask me then? I'm making a whole comment here. It's like a little novel, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take everything that I have, and I'm going to post it in the description area,
Yeah,
and that'll make it easier, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
a lot of people do that.
But I
Yeah, that's a
won't. I
good
won't
idea.
tell them how I tweak everything because it took
Of
me
course,
3 years,
yeah,
thousands and thousands of dials and
For
hours.
sure.
These fingers have gone miles,
yeah,
miles.
yeah. I know.
So
Like
how's your
this.
wrist? How's your hand there, Benz? I mean, you said you had an injury.
Yeah, I've broken this one, this one, this one. So now I only have like these two fully operating fingers when I'm
Oh
playing the
my
guitar.
God! And you
Um,
can play the way you do, and that's incredible, man. That's
well,
incredible.
it's mostly okay. I'm not gonna say anything because then I'm gonna get like cussed out. But I've said this many times. I play very simple stuff. Anyone can do it. Anyone can play it. Um,
I
I don't
wouldn't
play
say that,
really.
bro. I wouldn't say that. No way, man. You
But
got you got a style. You got a
but
style to your
yeah, but
music.
like technically speaking, like I can't use the pinky because the pinky when this broke, the way the cast was, and I'm a very bad like patient. Like I used to play. So when I broke my ring finger, I had the splint on, right? So for the first 2 weeks, they put like a cast on, and then they said the next 6 weeks it's gonna be the splint. And then with the splint, I was like, okay, it's my right hand. I bowl with the left hand, so I would still go and play cricket and I would just take the splint off before I was bowling or pitching, and I would hand it over to the ref and be like, "Could you hold this for me for a minute while I pitch?" And he would just look at me like, "What the fuck? Like this guy's like broken hands and shit." So I never let it heal properly. So the pinky is like bent, pun intended, even more. So like if I'm going,
That's a play on your name there. You mean bend. You meant bend, not bent. Bend.
Right?
So if
You don't break, you bend.
I don't break, I bend. In the
Oh man, he's the literal metaphor of the word bend. Oh my lord.
But when
No,
I'm
you're
trying to hit the 14th fret, for example, this one is bent, so it's pointing towards the 13th, so it's pointing one back. So I'm like, fuck, I can't use the pinky unless I'm doing something very simple. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I think with age,
well, you
it's
listen to
gonna.
Rick, right? You know Rick.
Oh, Rick
Oh
is.
my god, man, he's skyrocketing right now.
Yeah,
I
he
can't
should be.
Are you
believe
talking
it.
about Rick Renstrom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love his.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go on his streams all the time. I love him. I
Mhm.
love the way he plays, man. What he can do
Yeah.
is incredible.
Amazing. Absolutely.
He just like.
It's-
I mean,
he's
I can't even see. I can't even see him moving. He's just going
no,
so
no, you
fast.
can't. Yeah, he's an inspiration, man. That guy is like, you know, that's
Yeah.
why I don't complain about this stuff. You know, especially after seeing Rick, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always give
exactly.
him a
I've
shout out.
seen so many people, share comments like that in his stream. I think he's an inspiration to so many.
He is 100%.
Well, I felt bad that Frank was here and I was pretty much down off the panel almost the entire time. But I wanted to go ahead and share one of his most recent songs.
Oh yeah.
What a
And it's-
song!
Right.
Yeah, it's
What a
beautiful.
song!
Mm-hmm. So we can go ahead and mute on panel. Thank you. Go ahead, Brian.
It's been a long, long year. So long, so long. It's been a while since I touched your face. It's been a long, long year. Somebody save me, and I'll save somebody. This is a world war against you and me. Find peace, be one. Stop, I'm dying. Stop, I'm dying. Somebody save me, and I'll save somebody. This is a new world. It's just you and me. stand tall, stay strong, sing of love, sing of love, lessons learned, move on, be as one, be as one. Somebody save me, and I'll save somebody. This is a world's war against you and me. Somebody save me, and I'll save somebody. This is a new world. It's just you and me. Somebody save me, and I'll save somebody. This is a world's war against you and me. Somebody save me, and I'll save somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Frank is amazing. He is just
That
so,
was so
amazing
awesome.
every time.
Yeah, dude, that was wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Legend.
incredible. Yep, and I love the message of his songs too. You know. That
I know
one
he does great
especially.
lyrics. He does wonderful lyrics, eh?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm a big lyrics person, for sure. Yeah, thank you, Anti. Anti also shared the link for Rick Renstrom, and we'll pull up one of his songs to play here too, because we were talking about him, and I've played him on here before, and he actually came by last week in the chat, and might come up on panel sometime, which would be awesome.
Yeah,
But
he's
lots of love
excellent.
for you, Frank. Yeah, exactly. Man, I love me some Frank Turzo. Exactly, Abe. Yep. His music is really beautiful, and he's another one. His voice, I mean, the quality of his music too, but his voice, like, you always know when it's Frank.
Yep, 100%.
Yep.
It's the tone,
Mhm.
man.
The legend.
The legend.
Yes, the legend.
Hey, Sharon, thank you for being here. I'm just highlighting. I didn't want to cover up the video or anything, or his playing, but Abe, thank you for being here. I saw you're gonna be lurking. Thanks for listening still. Yeah. All right, so here's a song by Rick Renstrom.
Love
Yeah.
this guy.
And
Yeah.
he's incredible. Yeah, he's really incredible and such an inspiration. All right, thanks, Bran.
Dude,
Isn't
that's
that
like modern
incredible?
Mozart.
He's amazing. Yeah, I
That
saw that
guy,
comment. I
man.
love that. Yep.
That guy's
And
incredible.
he's a great
incredible.
guy too, and he does live streams also. So check him out. I'm usually there. There's some familiar faces there too in the chat, but he definitely needs more people in there. So
Yep.
he's been actually doing a lot on TikTok, I guess, and it's been really taking off there. So he's been getting a lot of subs, which is awesome. I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but glad that it's working for him.
Well, his short
Wolver-
video he did, it's in the thousands. I mean, he's doing really great.
Yep.
That's
He's
awesome.
doing great. Yeah, I'm really happy for him, man. He deserves it. He's a hell of a nice guy. I talked to him
Yep.
a few times on his streams, and he's really nice. He's down to earth,
That song was called Fury of the Heroes, which is an awesome name.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Indy, I'm gonna bounce. I just
Okay.
remembered I was only gonna be here for an hour so I could work on the computer, but
2
Yeah, I know the
hours
feeling.
later.
I know
Right?
the feeling. I was only going to be here. I was only going to be here about an hour and a half. So I got to bounce myself too. So,
man.
All right. Well,
um,
thank you so much to both of you for coming up and sharing your music with us and hanging out and talking. Appreciate it.
You're
Always
very
a pleasure.
I really do.
Always
It was a
pleasure.
pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Because
Nice meeting
Everyone
you,
have a
Ben.
great night.
everyone on the panel, everyone in the chat, thank you very much. Have a great night. Have a great stream, and see you guys soon somewhere on the
Yeah.
on the tubes.
Yep. Thursday,
Good
you'll
hanging
be
out with
live
you, brother.
streaming this week, 15th? You're
I
doing your live stream on Thursday?
I don't know yet.
Maybe. Okay. We'll keep
It's
an
a
eye out.
maybe. It's a maybe.
Stay tuned.
It's a
We'll have
maybe.
to
Yep.
see how 10-4 goes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
What
Good
did she
call.
say? Sorry,
We'll get it.
I can.
We have to see how 10-4 goes. There's that whole, the world might be ending in 2 days thing.
Oh,
Everybody's, yeah. Or all our tune back in. I'm sure we'll talk about it in about a half hour or so. So
We'll be
Well, it was
back.
wonderful chatting with everybody. Everybody have a safe, wonderful evening. And Benz, it was nice actually being able to talk and see you this time. This is
same here,
great.
same here.
All
Same
right.
Pastor.
Have a good one, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
all right.
Much
God
love.
bless.
Good seeing you, brothers.
All right.
Mhm.
Cheers.
Good night.
Wow, I'm so
Lady
happy.
Campion, I
10-4
saw that you
came up
came in.
so- What?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm so happy 10-4 came up so naturally and organically.
Right. I noticed that. Yeah.
So, what's everybody doing?
So I was thinking about something.
Happy birthday, Ridge Runner.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Ridge Runner.
Happy birthday.
Good to see you, Burns. Nice, Ridge Runner. I have some guesses.
Ridge Runner is my OG chat husband,
Oh, yeah.
but him and I keep it
Mhm.
private. So,
Love
but
it.
yeah, he's great. Good dude.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Void. Hey, Burns. Thanks for being here. All right, so Tiff, you want to start us down this path?
Oh, well, shoot. I didn't know how serious we were, but I was interested in seeing what everybody is doing.
Right, Void? Well, why don't do you want to kind of cover for those who might not know what's going on and sort of the, summary of it?
Okay.
Allegedly.
I'll go over it
Yep.
really lightheartedly, just so that it's not overwhelming for anybody. Basically, the world is going to end on 10-4. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So on 10-4 at 2 something in the afternoon, I don't even know the exact time because we're just treating the whole day like a bad day.
Good night, Ozark. Yeah.
And so anyway, on 10-4, FEMA is doing a nationwide and then some
Emergency alert.
emergency alert. Israel's doing it. I think a couple other countries are also doing it. And any telephone, I'm saying cell phone, radio, what else?
Like, any type of transmission, public service announcement.
This alert is going to come through on. Now, that's all fine and dandy. It's happened throughout history. Every 5 years, they're required to do it, yada, yada, yada. But it's 2023, okay? So we can't just assume that they're just going to be chill and do a cool little test, nobody has to worry, especially
with everything else going on
right
now.
That's right. Okay. And then on 10-3, there's all kinds of other shenanigans going on with Russia. All right.
10-3, Russia will be, simulating.
Tomorrow.
They are going to be simulating an attack, a nuclear attack from the West. So Russia is practicing tomorrow as if, we were attacking them.
And then the next day, okay, we're doing we're going to pretend like, there's an attack or something, So it's just, but, it's no worries because, look, Korea did it last month. I'm just saying a lot of people are doing a lot of tests, and that's usually a sign of an FF. And I'm not going to say what an FF is. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And and then what else was I going to say? So 10-3, we've got shenanigans going on. 10-4, we've got shenanigans going on. Do I actually think anything is going to happen on 10-4? No, other than an actual, testing of the system. However, ... it's just a good drill. Can you go a day without Wi-Fi, without, a cell phone and stuff? That's what we're treating it as. And then on top of that, because in my head, okay, here's the tinfoil hat, y'all. I haven't even been crazy up until this point. Okay, now I'm thinking, so like, because, they're not going to tell you like, hey guys, 10-4, we're going to make everybody zombies. No big deal. It's going to be fine. For most of you, it'll be fine. You won't even know.
And Amazon has policies for zombie apocalypses, and so does.
Okay. So, but anyway, my head is like, I don't think if that were happening, and I say that, I'm talking a scenario that involves the 5-7, which is 5, and then the 7th letter of the alphabet. Think of Kingsman, with the cell phones, and when the switch got activated, or the Cell, or Cell with John Cusack, think scenarios.
Oh,
like
I need
that.
to see that movie.
Yes,
I've seen clips of that.
We need
Ronnie
to
was
watch
trying-
Songbird. We were trying to.
Oh yeah, we were trying to watch Songbird too. But anyway, think scenarios like that. Okay. Well, in my head, I'm like, no, you wouldn't tell everybody. But what about a holiday like Halloween, where everybody is already out? There's already low-level chaos, right? Because it is, after all, a holiday that kind of, celebrates death and destruction, and with that comes chaos. And I know everybody has their own, so that's a blanket statement, and I realize that that's not applied for everybody. However, what's the word I'm looking for? Colloquially, okay, when we look at spiritual battles, in my opinion, the day is not a day for the Lord. And so, I'll just leave it at that. But think about a scenario where if something like that were to be alarmed, if it happened on a holiday such as that, where everybody is out, and, it would be a while before anybody would know, or like really come to grasp with what's going on. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm also curious.
Yeah.
As far as like, what would be going on? Just craziness, chaos?
Well, okay, no, because I've gone full movie mode, okay? In my head, it is Halloween night. There are zombies running around in costumes, just like we've always seen in the movies. You always wondered why the naked chick was running down the road. It was Halloween. She was washing off her gear. Okay?
Right. Anti has an important question we have to pause for a second. He says to us, who are we both wearing for the apocalypse? And I actually have a clip that we could pull up for that in a minute, but apparently a trash bag is all the rage. I mean, so yeah, I'm going with that. It's like poncho. You can use it
It's
for
not that crazy. Trash bags also double as ponchos. I mean,
yes, and it can be a shelter in a pinch. There's a bedding, a sleeping bag. It's warmth. I mean, there's a lot to it. Makes sense. How about you, Tiff? What are you wearing to the apocalypse? V?
A prairie dress and a plain t-shirt from Walmart.
Yeah, I'm pretty much same. I'll be in like wide leg yoga pants and a t-shirt from Walmart, legit.
Right. I'll have my tinfoil hoodie on. There we go. I'll have my tinfoil hoodie on under my garbage bag.
I will likely be in Crocs. Okay.
Oh, not the Crocs.
It depends on the season. Okay. I may be I may be in
No,
overalls.
You guys, hear me out. Microwave. Okay, if we're thinking about microwave technology, the rubber soles might be a good thing, right? For
Oh, look at
grounding.
that.
I don't know all the way how electricity works, but
All I know is they're uber
Or
comfortable and I can wear them through a creek.
yeah,
if
that
it's
is
crazy.
actually a lot of hikers will use them because they're super durable and comfortable. I mean, they'll use them, as they'll have them as lightweight, like backup, to their hiking boots or whatever. But yeah, but also you could use your blue. What is it? Blue is the new tinfoil.
Yes.
That's right. I want to
Apparently,
think,
blue's all in.
Can you please pretend like I didn't answer the question and ask me again what I'll be wearing for the apocalypse?
Yeah, Tiff, who are you going to be wearing to the apocalypse?
Right.
The full armor of God.
Oh, boom.
Oh,
There it is.
no.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh. Dude.
But you still might want a trash bag and some duct tape. I'm just saying.
Take a potato sack, please.
Right. A mini Sawyer straw, right? There's just a few things you gotta have. Yeah, good question, Anti.
Did y'all ever watch that movie, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World? And it's got Steve Carell in it and Keira Knightley, and they have these.
I've thought of that a couple times.
Yeah, like they had these end of the world parties where everybody's just like doing every drug they've ever wanted to do and wearing all the expensive, crazy, gaudy outfits and jewelry that they never had an occasion to wear it for, and like.
Yep.
Yeah. Aw, Kurt, that's so sweet. He says, I'm just blessed to have Justine next to me riding into the storm. Us, our cats, plants, and shrooms.
Hey.
Nice.
Right.
That's sweet.
I don't want to hear any of this croc hate, okay? My sister-in-law's like that too. We were hanging out and we've got our whole crew has Crocs, okay? And not the cheap knockoff brand Crocs, okay? And I'm going to tell you, Crocs in 2023 aren't cheap, sister. They're not the $20 pick them up at Walmart Crocs they used to know.
Right.
Okay, now they're $50, all right? And
they can be more than that if you
they
go.
can be more than that. And so like you can't just go and like, okay, everybody buying Crocs on everybody on me, you know. And so like I was all excited because like we buy like a new set of Crocs every year, and it's kind of something we look forward to and save for because it's not cheap. And so anyway, my sister-in-law, we're out at the skate park and she's like, I never want to see y'all wearing Crocs again. And she said it like we were the most redneckest trailer trashingest this side of the trailer park. I mean, like it was I felt ashamed for a moment. And I was like, first of all, why are you talking down on Crocs? Like we didn't save for this. These were an intentional buy. I do not regret my Crocs. They are all-terrain vehicles, okay? Wet, got it. Dry, got it. A little bit of snow, not too much, okay? You know, like what more could you ask for in a shoe? They could serve as flotation devices for the right body type.
Right. Well, like I worked in restaurants for years and years, and all the chefs would wear Crocs. Like you had rubber mats on the floor, and they would wear Crocs because they're easily cleaned, whatever. If you watch old videos of Food Network 25 years ago of Mario Batali, he's wearing orange Crocs. So it was always something just kind of funny, like it was a work shoe that was just not stylish. And then at some point it became a fad and everybody loved Crocs. And I was like, dude, y'all know these are work shoes, right? Like these are literally work shoes. And so I think that's where I find it amusing myself is, yeah, they get shit on because I mean, they're very, very comfortable. They do what they're supposed to do, but they look pretty funny. They look a little bit funny, but I get it. You know, I get the whole.
They do have. I will say they do have a lot of different styles now that are more attractive than the original like duck shoe.
Yeah. But back in the day, it was people working in restaurants. That every chef I knew wore Crocs.
Every person in the hospital that I was at.
Yeah, hospital.
Every person had a pair of Crocs on. I was like, look, if it's good enough for them.
Teachers.
Hey.
Yep. In education too, a lot of teachers were wearing Crocs for a while.
Are
Now
you
it's the
sure?
dance toe.
Because in the late 90s, early 2000s, there were these like kind of sort of plastic clogs that were really in style. And you could
Right.
have all kinds of design. And nurses loved them because they were closed toe shoe, but they were still cloggy. And Jewel really rocked them, and I rocked them. So that could have been. What
They
it was.
became a fad, but they were really a worker's shoe. And so that's why I find the fad funny, because people don't realize, like, wait, no, these were actually utilitarian shoes.
I love them.
What's up, Wolverines?
Wolverine, good to see you, brother. And if you haven't had a pair, give them. I mean, take some for a test drive if you can. I mean, they're nice.
They are nice. They are, and they got some with the fuzzies inside now for the northern folks.
Dude, I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
need fuzzies.
Hey, Landon, will you look at the private chat?
Yes.
Thank you. Bran says my bro uses Crocs all the time without shame. I wouldn't be caught dead in them. I love it, Bran.
Hold on, Indy sent a message. Dear Landon,
sounds like
tell
sibling.
Tiff to shut up. Okay. All right, Indy, I get it.
I didn't say that. Man, I love when you're talking, Tiff. Kurt says I have never worn a pair. Wolverines! That's right, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Lauren, good to see you. Yeah, see, exactly. They're for outdoors. They're really lightweight, so they're easy for like packing in and out. You know. That's funny. And then Bruce says, "Love them indoors only."
I think the biggest tell that something is on the horizon is we've got a bunch of conspiracy theorists talking about Crocs 2 days before. It's like, you know what, guys? It's okay. The ship sailed. Let's just enjoy the little things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. We had to stoke our fire here. Now that we're getting into the conspiracies, we got to start having some peaceful flame.
Oh, I love this.
Love it.
As far as what would happen in 2 days, we've seen this. All of us have seen this over and over and over. So I don't have any expectation of anything extraordinary going on. I think it's further conditioning for, hey, if we say we're going to set an alarm, everybody's got to jump when we say jump, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to happen. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you know, I remember back, was it 2019 or 2020 when they did a like something just like this, basically. Do you guys
Event
remember that?
209 or
And
something?
it was, I don't know, I can't remember.
No,
the
I'm
details,
sorry.
but it was a presidential alert, or it was something like this. It was a you know, everybody, it was supposed to go to everyone, and people talked about locking up your phones and all that stuff, you know,
Yeah.
putting them in Faraday cages, all of that, and nothing happened. Like they even when they sent it out, it like didn't even go to like a whole bunch of people. Like I didn't get it. There were tons of people who didn't get it, and it was kind of a big nothing burger.
It's a national alert, and it happens it's a regular thing. And I think that depending on what's going on in the world, people read into it more. You know, we've got stuff coming up. We've got a lot on the table as far as political and international stresses and domestic stresses, right? But I mean, it's not an isolated incident. This occurs all the time, and the media will spin it some way to make it seem important. And y'all, if you feel better, turn off your phone, throw it in the microwave, bury it, whatever, for 3 hours. If that makes you feel better, do it. If it gives you comfort, do it. Are we all about to be like zapped through that right this second? I do not think so. My opinion only, for entertainment purposes in my home.
All right. Let me see here.
Do the powers that be take advantage of any downtime or any tragedy or any, you know, messed up shit that goes on? Will they take full advantage of that? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Night, Dave.
All right. Yeah, the timing is something's up with it, but do I think anything is going to happen? No, I don't think anything's going to happen. Does that mean that, like, you know, something won't happen in the future? You know,
Okay, let me rephrase myself. I think something will happen. I think it is going to change something, whether that be surveillance that's available on your phone for them to use, whether that be a certain frequency that's emitted. And I'm not even saying it would be an immediate thing.
right? It may not even be noticeable.
But like I think something is already happening in that regards. I think that it has been happening for a while, and that's why you're seeing these pockets of just anger and frustration and everywhere.
Lawlessness,
right.
people beating the crap out of each other that normally.
Right. So like I don't think anything is gonna happen that's gonna be immediate like I let on, because like it's fun. It's funny. I've always I grew up on zombie apocalypse. So it's a little bit funny for me to, kind of joke about it, half serious, half not. But I do think something will change. I just don't think that it will be immediately noticeable to us.
Mm-hmm. Bruce says, is the fourth about getting us to look the other way kind of thing? And that's a really good question, because maybe it is, maybe there's something else going on that day that, or, there's so many things going on though. Like there are so many things. Remember when it used to be like, I think we talked about this. It used to be like, well, October was about this and September was about this. And now it's like every day,
Mm-hmm. You want to know one of the things that's going on? An investigation on an investigative. I said that wrong, but investigative.
Well, now we're both screwing up.
Anyway, they're going to court to investigate the Maui fires. Okay, they're
good.
But nobody's hearing a lot about that.
Yeah, that's good that they're doing it though.
Wow.
Yep.
As much.
Yeah, exactly, Camellia.
Hey, Buffering.
We'll see how deep they go with it, but. Yes, they are certainly going to give the bread and circus, I'm sure.
Okay, so Ghetto says it was in 2020 that they approved a worldwide alert system. I guess that's when they first did it. But yeah, there's not too many reasons for the worldwide alert. I agree, but who knows?
Are you telling me the last time it went off was 2020 when everything went to crap, and then it's going to happen again right now? But I'm not. I'm the crazy one for thinking. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think they've always done
this on
some level. And I do agree. There will be some transition that comes up. There's always something weird with all the, some weird shit will be hyped about some date. Like let's say, 2012. For a while, everything on YouTube or various channels or whatever is always like, oh, the Mayan prophecy. Like we are
Jade Helm.
Now, did something change? Yes. To be honest,
Mr. Smith.
Hey, Mr. Smith. Hey, Eimer. To be honest, do I think something changed? Yes, I do. Can I put my finger on it? Not exactly, but the warning, like the pre-established heads up, there's some credence to that. I don't know what it means and by what definition, but did something shift? Absolutely. Are there other dates and things that happen coming, now and leading up to the future, especially with the election coming up? I think we're going to see a bunch of shit, but let's just say on a larger esoterical level, right? I do think that we are being warned or signaled of things on the horizon.
Yep.
And we have to choose how we interpret them,
That's right. I don't believe in date setting, but I do believe in season. You can be aware of the season that you're in, and that's not saying it's a date. It's just saying.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think we need to be, having our heads on a swivel whatever day it is, you know?
That's right.
Really.
That's right.
And
these
that's
days.
why I have to half-heartedly, like though I'm half joking, I'm half serious, and I have to be half serious because I do think that the season that we're in is one where you have to a little bit, unfortunately. I wish we could just laugh everything off, but and it's not like we're
Yeah.
going crazy or
Like-
nothing. We're just getting, if we're not using it,
Listen.
put it away.
Listen to these two comments right here. You said we could laugh everything off, and I was just laughing at this. So Eli says it's one step closer to our satanic enslavement to the global government, in my opinion, which isn't funny. Like there's absolutely
Because it's
nothing
true.
funny
But
about
isn't
that,
it-
right?
It's funny because it's
Not-
true.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Exactly. And I laughed when I read it too. I was like, yeah, our global enslavement.
Yeah, wait, no.
But I mean, I think that is like, we have to be able to kind of laugh at it because, who first of all would have thought the apocalypse would be so funny and like so clown world,
Right? It's kind of messed up. Like, well, all slides are fun, aren't they?
right? Yeah.
Funny, slow, and expensive, but at least it's funny.
Right.
Nobody asked Carl what he was wearing to the apocalypse. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm guessing it
all
includes a
these
ghillie suit,
pajamas.
right? Yoga pants for the win.
Oh, no.
But without the Crocs. Oh, too funny.
Yeah, no.
Dude, you will be at a pinnacle with the Crocs. Do not deny them.
Oh, too
great.
funny. Right? Nice skirt.
Only you knew what you could get done with yoga pants and Crocs.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
too funny, but it's fact.
Oh, that's good news, Anti. I hadn't heard about that. Apparently, there was an Amber Alert out for a 9-year-old, and she was found safe. The suspect is in
Amen.
custody.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
So thankful to hear that.
Yeah,
Mhm. Right? Carl says, longest apocalypse ever.
Right, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoga pants and Crocs, that cracks me up. One time earlier this year when Baby Goat was still just a little bitty baby, Landon's mom, she had kind of a retreat going on at where they are. And she asked if we could, this particular retreat was working with animals, therapeutically. And she asked if we could bring the baby goat, to have a session with them and let everybody, love on him and just see him and interact with him and stuff. And we were like, sure. And so we get baby goat all gathered up and we go over there and we've got the kids with us and everything. And we walk into the event center and we can see like these yoga mats in a circle,
Right.
as they typically are. Okay. But you got to look, and then there's all these stones in the middle and candles everywhere. And Landon walks in and he's like, whoa. He's like, y'all don't touch anything. And then he says, in the name of Jesus, I reject this spirit. And we look over and his mama is on a massage table right there with the head of the class also right there. She was having a session. I don't know what the like massage or yoga therapeutic or I don't know, but she was having a session and it was a very quiet session, so we didn't know they were there and we're a little loud. And I don't know if y'all knew that about us. And anyway, so it was so embarrassing and hilarious because Landon's like, in the name of Jesus,
It looked like
hilarious.
a ritual type of, like a ritual for the elites in the woods. Okay.
Right.
Carl
There were
says, if you
wands.
see me swinging my nunchucks and camo Crocs and pressing the gals, don't come hating. Oh, living the dream, Carl. Living the dream.
so funny. So
Then
Yeah,
it was like, oh,
I
I
know,
see now
right?
why they wanted
Exactly
to go.
what
We're going to go.
Brian's-
No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Look, if you're gonna ritually sacrifice the goat, this is gonna cost way more.
right. Okay, so I was going to ask earlier we were talking about the human experience and life and death, etc., and karma, whatever. Okay, so do you all believe in spontaneous human combustion? If
Yes.
so, why or why not?
I mean, I've
I
heard
love
of
that
it.
it's instant. Yes.
I believe in it. I believe in it because of frequencies and vibrations.
Okay, because that's what I'm asking. Like, would you believe in it because like the human body puts off gases and whatever, and there could be a spark, or do you believe in it as far as a spiritual
I do
you
believe.
know,
I don't think it could. I mean, there's got to be something spiritual going on if you are bursting into flames, because normal people don't do that.
Mhm.
Now, I can't say exactly what. Like, I do think it's based off of frequency / vibration. One could cause the other, as in the frequency could be causing the vibration. But what causes that amount of frequency and vibration or whatever for a person to do that, I have no idea. But I do believe in it. On rare circumstances.
Okay, so you think some of the documented cases, like Camelia's saying, there's documented cases, you can see how some of those might happen. We don't know why per se, but
Yes,
Mhm.
but some
Yeah,
of them
I
we don't
agree.
know.
I think that it's possible. I mean, I think there's probably some explanation, obviously, for it that we just don't understand, or like you were alluding to, it could be some kind of weapon of a kind. I mean, it happens so infrequently. It really could be something
Right.
like that, or something they're testing out. I mean, it could be, I mean, there's plenty of times when they just test things on innocent people, so it's
right.
possible.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, where would it, there's a wide spectrum of thought on how this could happen. So, what are you thinking? Hey, Double.
Also, it made me think of Spinal Tap. Don't be a drummer.
This is Spinal Tap.
Right? Hey, look who's here. Oh, wait, hold on. So you can see who's here. Carl! Thank you for coming up.
what's going on?
Oh, Carl, what's up?
Hey, I got a new
Dude.
phone. I can get back on the panels now.
Nice.
Love the truck, dude. Saw the video. It was awesome.
I thought too.
Oh, hey, thanks, Landon. I just put a cargo brackets up on the roof today. I've got my spare tires up there. All my tentage fits up on the roof now. I'm styling. Every day I'm getting something else done on this thing.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. What do you think about spontaneous human combustion, Carl? Do you think that people can?
Are you bringing that up because of the EBS? People saying that that's going to trigger spontaneous combustion?
Actually, I did not know that was part of that rabbit hole.
Yeah, they're saying that all the metals that people have ingested over the years are going to be activated. There's all kinds of theories and fears about this EBS. I've been seeing it all over the internet all day long.
I didn't know that. I did not hear that theory. I was just curious in general. We were talking about life after death and when people like cross to the other side and like how that happens and the human combustion. I honestly had not related it to the
I know this much, Virginia. We're all going to die eventually.
yeah, facts.
What's up, Auntie Jack? Appreciate. He's a good mod. You notice that? Wolverine.
Wolverine.
I just watched that new Red Dawn movie that everybody said that don't watch because it'll ruin it. It wasn't that bad. I mean,
You didn't mind it that much?
I didn't mind it that much. I mean, it was all
I
right.
thought it was pretty good, but do I think that Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen, I mean, they had that whole brother dynamic, and
Yeah, the first one was way better, but this other remake wasn't terrible. I've seen
I
worse.
agree.
it
I
wasn't
agree with
terrible.
you.
It was a little fast paced. They
Yeah,
could
you
have
didn't get-
slowed it down a little bit, and
You
but
didn't get as much into character development, in my opinion.
but you didn't really get into character development with the first movie either. But
I did. I had full backstory.
yeah, I guess you're right. I just love the first movie so much. I just don't know. It's really hard to touch it.
Dude, is that a euphemism? On a serious tip, though. So, Carl, spontaneous combustion. Do you think it'd be a DW, something spiritual, or gases in the body?
Oh, well, the way that I've seen the reported bodies laid out after the spontaneous human combustion happened, with the legs left or with the arms, where just the torso seems to burn away the most or the fastest or the most efficiently, I'd say that there is some kind of a chemical reaction that's possible. I mean, if you believe in that stuff. I'm a little skeptical that it's real, to be honest, from some of the people I've heard talk about it.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you what. When I was a kid, my stepfather that I had for about a year, he was, like a chief on the volunteer police force or volunteer fire department, and he was a sergeant of the police force. And we went to a house fire just down the road from me that they didn't think anybody was there, and this is the day after the fire, so it was just smoldering, and things were just, it was out, but it was still smoking a little. And since it was just down the block from me, I didn't think much of it. I walked right up to that house, and that's where I smelled the old lady that was burned in that, and her torso and her body and everything was still a pretty big lump. Didn't burn up. I mean, it was burned on the outside, but it takes a lot to cremate somebody too. So, yeah, I don't know if it would have to be some kind of chemicals involved. If you ask me.
Well, if it was a really big spark, there's a few theories, but if there was some kind of spark from the environment where the body was putting off some gases and something in the environment could cause a concentrated explosive event, especially right around the organs, which are moist and full of gas and whatever.
Right, but that's what that guy, some expert I listened to years ago about it. He's like, well, how do you account for the percentage of the human body being made up of water? All right, I mean, I've seen gas burn on water. The water doesn't burn. It would be evaporating that much water would take a lot.
So then it would be a buildup of gases in the body, gases, acids.
But what can you mix with water that'll make it burn?
Dude, when we
water in itself
is
all the mixtures of the periodic table and the elements. I'm certainly no expert. I'm no scientist, but from the little bit that I've heard other smart people talk about, helium, flammable, highly flammable. What was it? Hydrogen, highly flammable. Oxygen, highly flammable. When you mix hydrogen and oxygen, you get water. You need that to drink. You know what I mean? They're both very flammable.
Your body is totally made of. Yes.
It's so crazy to think about that kind of stuff. And you can find
Samish's point about fat. Your body has fat. Even if you're slender, your body has fats in it they can ignite.
Now that I believe would burn. The fat. I've seen that. It's
Fat.
yellow. It's nasty. The fat. If you saw the fat they pull out of people, that is just like a nasty yellow fatty oil. It's almost like a hard yellow Crisco or something. I could believe that would burn.
Yep.
Yeah. But in a survival situation on a deserted island type situation, fat is a good thing because it's going to give you a little reserve. It'll, I've been watching a couple of different series, and on one of them, the people who go on the island, the ones who were bigger in the beginning, they tend to have a little extra strength to do things like build shelter and whatnot, while everyone's, who's skinny, they're starting to fall apart. Like they have no more energy. They can't lift themselves. Like, it's getting really hard for them.
Yeah.
And the people who had a little bit of blubber on them, though they're struggling too, they still have a little bit more
Energy.
Yeah, energy.
Sounds to me like you also seen that 30-year-old's SAS training video.
Yeah, he did. He did. Hey, I have a question, kind of related, not really. And I humble myself here because I should know the answer to this, but I don't. And I know for a fact that one of you guys knows, or girls. But here's the question: why? Okay, we can eat salt, right? We need you can drink water, but after a certain amount of water, like you need salt in order to actually retain it or get anything from it. You can get saline injected into you, but why can't and like I said, you can eat salt, so why and like Gatorade, you need electrolytes, which is basically sodium, so why can't you drink seawater? Is it a different kind of salt? What's the deal?
It's just
You can drink it, but it's going to dehydrate you.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're already dehydrating if you're working, if you're expending, energy. So if you drink salt water, it's going to exponentiate.
I realize, but what is it about sea salt? How come all these other...
It doesn't have iodine.
It doesn't have iodine. Okay, thank you. I knew somebody knew.
Ghetto just solved spontaneous combustion there. Did you see his comment in chat? I'm trying to scroll back to it, but he just explained it. He said, I heard Taco Bell was the cause of most spontaneous combustion stories.
Well, there's also two kinds of fire. You have chemical fire, which is the fire we're looking at right now, and then you have like radioactive fire, like the sun. That doesn't take oxygen. That can burn anything.
Yes, Kurt. It's the
it provides its own oxygen or something.
Yeah.
Avoid. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming
man,
up.
good to see you.
Thanks for having me. Sorry I'm late. I've been very busy. Can you believe it?
I'm ready for another lullaby.
That's all right. I haven't really been
Ready. That's what I'm here for.
Who's this that snuck in? I can't read the tiny chat.
Avoid.
I am Avoid.
This is Avoid.
I am not here.
Avoid, nice to meet you.
Development of Avoid.
Nice to meet you, Camo.
All right.
Hold on. Lewis Cohart, with the pink salt, you've got to go watch the little video about the pink Himalayan salt. Okay, it's tinfoil hat.
Did you know that the scam is most Himalayan salt comes from India?
I believe it. So what's the conspiracy behind the Himalayan salt?
Oh Lord.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna sound.
It doesn't come from there.
It's gonna sound crazy.
It's gonna sound a lot crazier coming from me than the smart people with the pictures. But I listened to the smart people with the pictures, and I'm here to reiterate their message, which is giants used to exist. And, in the Bible, Lot's wife was turned to salt instantly. And giants, some people theorize that giants calcified immediately. But what if that's half true and they turned into kind of sort of mountain type deals, but they're petrified? And anyway, they brought pictures of these Himalayan salts.
When you look at the cross section of cut pork and you look at a cross section of cut pink Himalayan salt, it looks like calcified or solidified
organic material.
Yeah, it looks like muscle. It looks like.
And so,
that's
tinfoil
cool.
hat says pink Himalayan salt is giant dust.
Does that make me a cannibal?
Oh my gosh. You know, that's kind
I don't
of,
think it technically. I think it makes you a half cannibal.
that means that.
And if you eat at McDonald's, you're full bore mechanical at this point. I mean,
Oh, okay, that's right.
No. The tables have turned, okay? What were giants known for? I'll crush your bones and make jam or toast or something.
Oh,
right?
that's a good
And now,
one.
they'll make,
Mhm.
they'll
Oh,
make
yeah,
bread
it's
with your
true.
bones, man.
that's right. And now it's
Yes,
like, ha ha ha.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to buy
But-
Himalayan salts anymore.
I like
Well,
what
that's
they,
what I was trying to say. They say that it's pink Himalayan salt, but it actually comes from all over the place. Just like Devil Dog,
Yeah.
he says
It's
most of
wherever
it
the
comes from
giants
that
die,
It's just
you
a
know?
name. It's like
Giants
hamburger
are all
came
over
from
the
Hamburg, Germany, but hamburgers are everywhere.
No, but it's the composition of what that is and means. And like Devil Dog said, like it comes from all over Afghanistan.
Speaking of salt, I brought this up a few times in the last few weeks. Has anybody here ever heard of Thai deodorant stone?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
wait, what?
Yep.
It's called a Thai, as in Thailand,
Yeah.
deodorant stone, but it's salt. It's
It's
a
Himalayan
salt
pink
stone.
salt. You just rub it on your pits. Yep.
It kills all the bacteria. It kills scents, and even animals can't smell it.
Whoa.
Correct. Correct.
Mm.
Good to see you,
You know, in
Snooks.
Walking Dead, if you want to make yourself scent invisible from the zombies, you got to put zombie juice all over you.
Does it keep the mosquitoes away? That's what I care
Well,
about.
that's right.
It depends on if you drink beer. Mosquitoes love beer
Oh.
sweat.
Oh.
That's why we pour some out for the homies.
Right?
It's a lot of homies. And I missed it. Y'all
There's
were talking
actually a
about
really
death
good
earlier.
channel that
I'm
covers the
sorry.
whole, like, you know, what we were just talking about, the subject of calcification and petrification of giants and people in the past, and it's called I'll try to find it. The Mud Fossil University.
Yeah, the
I
mud.
think?
The
Something like
yeah,
that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
did you say?
And I
Boyd?
don't know. It makes some really interesting points.
I said that I missed the show earlier. I know y'all were talking about death and cigarettes and all that stuff. Like, man, I can relate to all these things. But the subject is gone.
Right?
Rescue said
Yeah,
dinosaur
see, you
eggs
can
all
see
out
that.
of the Philippines is wild to watch.
Good to see
Guys,
you.
see this?
Rescue, how you doing? Was Rescue here today? He wasn't here, right? He wasn't on today.
No, not today. Nope.
Okay.
He's hanging out in chat. Appreciate you being here, Rescue.
Yeah, man.
Can you see that, Indy?
Ooh, yeah. Hold on, let me put you big screen here.
That doesn't look pink.
No, it comes, I bought this years ago. This thing has lasted. This is the only deodorant I use, all right?
Oh, cool.
This is that stone. This thing will last for years.
So what is that
awesome.
called, Carl?
It's a Thai deodorant stone.
Thai deodorant stone.
Yeah,
It's just a big hunk of salt.
Yeah, that's what it is. Bacteria
Nice.
killing salt.
Oh, nice.
I'm ordering some,
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah, I'm Googling that right now.
Right? That's a lot better than, a lot better than all the aluminum in most deodorants.
I haven't
And
put
chemicals.
store-bought personal products on my skin in over 30 years. I don't eat fast food. I don't do junk food. I don't do none of that stuff.
Truly pure of blood.
I don't trust it. I've not trusted it long before all this stuff happened. Now imagine how I feel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's good to see you, Moose. Rescue.
Mhm.
You got some good people up in here now.
Lucky Dame, thanks for being here. Yeah.
Camo,
Popspin,
that
good to
guy.
see you.
I'm telling y'all. Camo is Wolverines. I didn't understand that comment. I had to read it twice.
Dude, it's great to see you.
Beer
Thompson.
bait and ammo.
Well, Indy, I don't have too much time, but I owe you a song. You want me to play
All
you a song?
right. You owe me a song.
Lullaby? I'll
Play
you
me
a
a
song.
song.
Okay, yeah, I'd love that.
Can you hear this?
If you're going to jam, I'm going to mute my mic because it makes everything sound better.
You can sing along. Can you hear the guitar?
You know when
Yeah.
you buy
Oh,
a
yeah,
Sabbath,
sounds great.
If you start playing Black Sabbath, I might sing.
Oh man, some Black Sabbath. Is that what you want to listen to? That's just a teaser, man. I'll play the rest later. But now let me play what I prepared for, because Indy wanted a lullaby, so that's what I'm gonna play for Indy.
Oh, nice.
Let me just make sure this is correct here. All right, should be good to go.
Avoid.
Yeah, hold on.
We have a
Avoid.
problem.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was on my end or not.
We have a problem. I think it's your reduced mic background noise or
Wait, who
echo
died?
cancellation. Your
Sorry.
sound, your audio it's not good.
Oh, it's like
It's
shitty.
not coming
Yeah,
through.
there's something.
Yeah, I think it's a
Yeah, you know, it's
one of
probably
the
because we have the background. Here, hold on. There we go. It should be good now. Try it now and see if it works. It might be your echo background noise cancellation we're on.
already sounds better. Let's see.
Yep.
Yep, that was it.
Okay, I don't mind starting over.
Sorry about that.
It's a 20-minute
sorry
song,
about
so
that.
now it's gonna be
I thought it
25
was on
minutes.
my end, so.
No, it's no big deal. Thank you for telling me ahead of time. Otherwise, I would have sucked like for 10 minutes.
All right, play some. Let's just make sure it's set before we go again.
I'm just gonna start it again, and if it sucks, you just let me know.
Okay.
Well, I gotta do this thing again. Hold on. You hear it?
So
And there it is.
holy cow,
Did it sound terrible?
dude!
It was
That was
awful.
awesome.
I hated it.
Yes.
No, I can't. It's so hard to even say those words, Avoid, because you have
Please do.
such a talent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for not hearing my
Yeah,
1,000 mistakes.
Dude, you
that
had
might
like
be
a
my favorite
massive.
lullaby.
We're like headbanging over here.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Completely sucked, man.
Me and
Play
Tiff
some more.
both.
Right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, how much
my. I'm sorry.
How much longer did you say you have?
mean-
Just keep going.
I mean that was. I need to keep you guys in suspense, you know.
Right?
Thank you for
Take a note from the tease.
sharing that talent with us. Seriously, that
Yeah.
Absolutely.
like, yeah, for
No
real.
problem.
Yeah, big
That's
time.
what it's all about, dude.
Yeah,
No
I'm
problem.
with
I
you.
know.
I'm here. No, don't stop.
I know now. Next time you guys want to hear some Black Sabbath, so maybe I'll do that.
Whatever you want to do, I think we're all mesmerized, honestly.
Yeah.
Like NIB maybe, or
Yeah. I can learn those. It's been a while
Into
since I
the
learned Black
Void.
Sabbath. Into the Void. Yeah. What was that one? See, remember? Hold on.
Oh, keep going. Don't you stop.
Something like that. It's been a while, but I think Metallica covered that song. I learned that one. Yeah, that wasn't a performance. I was just riffing it out.
I know
I'll
Kurt
definitely
says
learn
you need
some.
more practice.
Yeah, I need more practice. Yeah.
Do you
He's
play
trying to
any
say.
Avenged Sevenfold?
No, I don't know Avenged Sevenfold. They're a little after my time. Like I'm that old.
Lauren circled right back and said, "Now that's how you spontaneously combust."
There you go.
Nice.
So good out, you know, I feel so fine.
Right.
Right on.
Exactly. Anti. Hated it.
That's right. Anti knows my spirit.
Tech asked if you can play any dissection.
Oh, dissection. Oh man, it's been a while. Yeah, that's some black metal right there. It's been a while since I played dissection too. I know some Immortal. Yeah. I know I know a little bit of everything.
I love
guess.
it.
Yeah.
Virginia
Yeah, if you
is
guys-
the language of God. Music is the language of mathematics.
Of mathematics.
And Eli
Nice.
says, "Crushing the apocalypse." Love it.
Right?
We need a void there to be like playing the theme.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Whenever we're going to hell, I'll be there playing the anthem.
Right. Exactly, Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, do you
Well,
want to
you
play
got-
another song?
We're gonna part ways. I'll take the stairway to heaven. You're on the highway to hell.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I'll save it for next time. I want to play with like proper backing tracks like Rick Rundstrom. But yeah, but that song I played earlier, I was preparing that
Nice.
specifically for you.
Well, thank you. I loved it. Thank you very much.
You're
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite lullaby. I'll have to like make a short or something so I can like play it separately.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is
Thank-
yours. You can have it.
How do we follow that up?
Yeah, right. All right. Good night, folks.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for having me. I will see you next time.
We all spontaneous.
Thanks for
boy,
playing,
thank you
brother.
so
Good to
much.
see you, man.
No problem.
The only logical
Anti,
answer
but
would be to
he
play
is
more
live
Black
streaming.
Sabbath.
Oh,
Yeah,
say that again,
I'll be
Carl.
randomly live streaming, but I'll
I
catch you guys
said
later.
the only logical
I
thing
would
to
love
do
to
would be
catch
to
one of
play
those.
more
Somebody
Black
drop his
Sabbath.
link.
Right. Yeah, and are we taking requests? I mean, oh no, he's gone. Oh shit. Someone get him.
Just like that.
Right? Like,
better get her fire going again. Oh, sorry, Anti. We just missed him.
Yep.
Yeah. It's... Hey, Latina. Thanks for being here.
Facts. Good to see you.
What's up, Latina?
Oh, right, Tech. I totally know that scene you're talking about. Perfect.
Hey, Latina was doing a live the other day I caught.
Yeah, she's been doing great live streams, doing open. Nice, Fran. Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure out what's happening there. There we go. Right. Well, now I just feel like this, like, sigh. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's something so calming about music. Must be the lullaby.
Undo.
Yeah, that's awesome, Landon and Tiff. Another panel show. That was fun for your birthday, Landon. Oh, maybe they stepped away for a second. Can you?
Oh man, I was muted.
Okay. I was like, is it me or?
I was like, yeah, we'd love to do it again.
Yeah, awesome. Oh yeah, Latina, that happened. Yep. I mean, it's kind of like with my channel too. Like whenever you have so many people gathered together and, you're just having differences of opinion and talking about touchy subject, life. It's real.
Yes, it is.
Oh, thanks, Wolverines.
Dude, I don't think we've gotten into a touchy subject yet. Like it's been a little bit of a calm.
We've tried to be on our best behavior.
Well, yeah, everybody's
Okay.
been doing really good about not.
We got to talk about the Himalayan salt.
How can we do that?
Yep.
All I can say about that is you're never going to shake up Virginia. She's used to the weirdest conversations on the internet.
Well,
yeah, dude.
see, we're not even really into weird conversations, so. And we don't necessarily want to shake anyone up.
Yeah, you got to sometimes, like, okay, for real. So the end of the day, spontaneous human combustion is everybody down to a chemical, physical, spiritual. Is it real? Not real?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say it's not real, but it is, so rare. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just, it's definitely not something I worry about.
Okay, so a real, like, true case, you're like, that's super rare. It's unlikely, not worried.
Does anybody have any idea?
Do what?
No idea. Sorry, you cut out.
Okay.
Did we lose Indy?
Oh, I kind of cut out for a second, but I think I'm back.
Yeah, you did. There you go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Anybody
So
have an idea
how?
what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I was saying, does anybody have an idea how often people actually do spontaneously combust? I mean, how rare is it really, you know?
I saw a program on it like years ago, and it was super rare. It was, one in like 1 in a million, I think. It's really super rare.
One in a million out of 8 billion. I think that's still like crazy high numbers.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
right.
I don't
know. I'm not a numbers guy.
Cases really confirm like what and others are saying in chat. Like it's not a confirmable because no one knows the cause. So nobody can say, well, it's just a random like explosion of the body, whatever. There are so many other factors kind of unknown. So
according to this article, in the past 300 years, there have been roughly 200 accounts of humans spontaneously bursting into flames.
That's not that many.
Yeah, that's crazy. Right, top spin.
What's the consensus on cause?
Right.
I don't know, but if anybody
Latina just asked.
Think about it though. If somebody was really going to spontaneously combust, how come Hillary didn't?
It's been attributed to supernatural, obesity, and intestinal gas. So maybe the cows are killing us, you know?
Well, Latina asked if it's possibly victims of direct energy weapons.
I know, that's what I was thinking
but
too.
I don't know. It could be. I think it could be something they're testing out. Maybe not even but something like that. I mean, it's possible it's something they.
Well, how come? Or if it was a how come the roof of their house doesn't burn down? If they're found inside of a house, like most of them, I think.
Right.
Why would it get damaged or struck?
Inside their bed, and there's nothing outside it burnt up. They're just gotcha. Yep.
Love it, Neil.
Good question.
Whatever
Neil
it
says
is,
platinum keeps you from exploding.
Whatever it is, the pictures I've seen makes it clear that the source started with the body. It didn't come from an outside source because the areas aren't burned.
Right. So basically fat in the body.
What's up, Cola?
Hang on, I'm about to read y'all a story. Give me just a second.
Can you show pictures, girl, of like verified pictures of where they don't know?
Well, verified, but yes, verified in quotations. But yes, give me just a second. Can I read this article to y'all real quick?
Okay.
This is from allthatisinteresting.com. Is spontaneous human combustion real? The science behind this baffling phenomenon. This was published on June 28th of this year, no less. Over the centuries, hundreds of cases of spontaneous human combustion have been reported around the world. But is it actually possible? On December 22nd, 2010, 76-year-old Michael Faherty was found dead in his home in Galloway, Ireland. His body had been badly burned. Investigators found no accelerants near the body nor any signs of foul play, and they ruled out a nearby fireplace at the scene as the culprit. Forensic experts had only Faherty's scorched body and the fire damage done to the ceiling above and floor beneath to explain what happened to the elderly man. After much consideration, a coroner ruled the case of Faherty's death to be spontaneous human combustion, a decision that has generated its fair share of controversy. Many regard the phenomenon with a combination of fascination and fear, wondering, is it actually possible? What is spontaneous human combustion? Spontaneous combustion has its roots, medically speaking, in the 18th century. Paul Rowley, a fellow of London's Royal Society, the world's oldest scientific academy in continuous existence, coined the term in a 1744 article entitled Philosophical Transactions. Rowley described it as a process in which a human body allegedly catches fire as a result of heat generated by internal chemical activity, but without evidence of an external source of ignition. The idea gained popularity, and spontaneous combustion became a fate particularly associated with alcoholics in the Victorian era, for people who speak English. Charles Dickens even wrote it into his 1853 novel Bleak House, in which the minor character Crook, a cheating merchant with a penchant for gin, spontaneously catches fire and burns to death. Dickens took some grief for his depiction of a phenomena science was roundly condemning, even as enthusiastic witnesses among the public swore to its truth. It wasn't long before other authors, notably Mark Twain and Herman Melville, jumped on the bandwagon and began to write spontaneous human combustion into their stories as well. Fans defended them by pointing to a long list of reported cases. The scientific community, however, remains skeptical and has continued to regard with suspicion the 200 or so cases that have been reported worldwide. Hang on one sec. That one did have a picture of the man that they were talking about, but I'm trying to find the first ever.
So it sounds like as
Good
long
night,
as you don't
Medina.
have,
Thanks for being here.
Will you read it over?
it's
What?
Oh, you
I
went.
said I missed a little. Will you read that over? I'm just kidding.
I don't think so, Tim.
well, it seems like if you don't have a problem with a little bit of gin, you should be all right.
Right, but okay, so picture slideshow of confirmed cases, because
Okay.
it seems like that one kind of led to the fat in the body.
Yes, this one does have a picture of the body that we were talking about. I just posted that article. Sorry.
Right.
Hang on one sec. I'm
So
going to gather
as
up
far
some
as
more.
spontaneous action outside of excess fat in the body, or another accelerant and something that can gases that build up, that makes sense more than a zap. Hey, Ohio.
Boy, Ohio.
Yeah, Amber Reed Frog.
Do we want to watch a YouTube video on it? Do we want to watch a YouTube video on it?
No, I think the chat wants to hear you read the transcript.
Spontaneous human combustion is the pseudoscientific concept
But actually,
of this.
V, I wanted to ask, what made you ask?
Something earlier about our demise and how we all go down, got me thinking about, well, you might have some disease, or you might have some spiritual thing or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're just, what is this? What if it's possible you're just completely zapped out? So we have no control, per se, of what happens to us.
Pardon me while I burst.
Right. Right.
Two things.
Right, Sammy.
Do y'all want to watch this little video?
No.
No.
Everybody's done with this.
I mean, how long?
I think
is it?
It's a 10-minute video.
So basically 2 hours.
No.
Because we have to stop and talk about everything. I'm just...
We could play it at double speed and be done in 5 minutes.
Have you seen it before? I don't know if I want to put up something. Yeah, that's not then. I don't want to put up something about spontaneous human combustion that we haven't looked at.
And it's important that we note that it's
Ohio.
human combustion. Because there's other spontaneous combustion with vehicles and
cars and I mean maybe like a picture. I don't know, some kind of thing showing what I'm talking about,
I love how Neil is just always pushing silver and platinum. He says, buy silver and platinum, combust.
That's right.
Right, Neil.
Not very many people, Billy. Not very many people have.
I can send. I mean, I can put pictures in the chat, but they are a bit graphic.
It's like
Yeah, let's not
Oaks'
do that.
feet,
We're okay.
you know, and the rest of it's kind of burned up.
Yep. Yep.
Could be some crazy spiritual
Oh, that's horrible,
manifestation
Kurt.
of some kind. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, what do we fear and not fear? That some crazy shit like that could happen. And is it spiritual? Is it physical? Is it in the environment? Is it directed? You know?
I think the answer is apparently wishing more people would. So I don't know.
I'm still singing his parody.
What?
You know what SHC? Yeah, you know.
Right?
You down with
Exactly.
OPP? Yeah, you know me.
Everybody.
Let the
Yeah, well,
dogs out.
after they turn on those 10G towers or something.
I'm totally doing a sprinkler and a Running Man right now. Yes.
Perfect. Bringing it all back together.
Yeah.
Too funny.
I believe it, Neil. Perhaps
I don't
he
think it's
lied.
going to be on 10.4. But just in case anybody hasn't heard this theory, it's not a fun one, but it actually ties right in with our stream tonight. A lot of people think that I'll just put it this way. One theory that's out there is that the metal, possibly graphene, that's in the jabs, action with either a frequency from dew or a frequency from the towers that are being put up all around us everywhere. And that will represent, it'll look like the Marburg virus, which is that hemorrhagic flu, or hemorrhagic fever. But I know it's not a happy thought, but
I thought it was going to turn them all into zombies.
it's a possibility. Who knows? You know, there's a lot of possibilities out there. You know, we're living in a choose your own adventure dystopian novel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top Spin says maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yep. Hey, Jajaba. I'll always think of you as Gia. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Top Spin. I haven't seen Top Spin in a while.
He can grill a steak like nobody else. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Glad to hear it, Billy. Oh, be nice, Ridge Runner. Yeah. There's a lot of crazy ideas out there, but you know, some of it, programming, because you know what's more crazy than reality, really.
Good point.
We are yeah, good one. Neil says Epsom salt and baking soda baths pull heavy metals out of your body. It's a really good detox for everyone. Nice. Topspin's been perfecting his grilling. Very nice.
I don't really want to lose heavy metal. I like heavy metal.
The music.
Red-Eyed Patriot says truth is subjective. Yeah, you know, that is one I've learned from YouTube drama over the last few years and dealing with it, you know, is that a lot, you know, both people are telling the truth, but they're telling their truth. It's what they saw, you know, or how they viewed it, or how they see things are going, you know. A lot of times we just need to be able to try to put ourselves in someone else's shoes or listen long enough to hear their side, you know.
Yep.
But what we're here to do. Exactly, Lucky. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Platinum is a heavy metal.
Hey, Lucky Dame.
That's true. I see Wolverines. That's so true.
Yep.
History is a lie agreed upon.
I mean, where do you guys think it took a turn? So, Lady
Oh,
Smith, the
Red-Eyed, I'd love
university.
for you to come up sometime. Sorry, V. Go ahead.
So, Lady Smith says the universities teach truth being according to the room. So, where do you guys think it took a turn as far as what we're taught and what standardized education is? You know, was it
Incrementally
Mm.
over
Have you
several
ever heard of the
decades.
turning? Have you ever heard of the turning, Virginia?
the turning?
Yeah. It's a cycle, 100-year cycle, or maybe 80-year cycle.
Okay.
And it goes through these stages to where we see the same thing repeat itself, you know. It affects society the way it is now before a big change, I guess.
Okay.
That's the basic rundown of the theory.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rundown of why and how it affects the
because the way
1%
society evolves.
Like,
It's
Well,
like they say it's because like a nature of our society that it evolves the same way each time. Gets to a certain point, evolves into this repetitively until the cycle starts again.
right? Okay. So they use the same formula that's always worked.
Nothing new under the sun.
We're idiots and keep falling for it.
I used to
Well, it's
wonder
not so
how
much.
all those old civilizations just vanished. These days, I don't have to wonder about that anymore.
Well, it's not so much that we're idiots, it's that there's a little more weight to the spiritual war thing. It's there is an enemy. Intellectually, we all know that, and that essentially they've been here for a long time, and they've watched us for a long time, and they have, as far as studying us and figuring out what makes us tick and distracting us, pulling us away, and that's a lot of what we're dealing with. Except we're to a critical point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What I
My
think
favorite movie quote
the,
of all time. I'm sorry, Indy. It sounds like you're cutting in. I didn't know you were talking in. I didn't know you were talking because it's like glitchy on my end or something.
It's not your end. It's Indy's.
You're hearing it too?
It's the Cascadias doing it.
No, it's all good, y'all. Like, yeah, either
All
of
I'm
you.
going to say is my favorite movie quote of all time was from that first Terminator movie when the Terminator tells them that it's in our nature to destroy ourselves.
It's true. It's natural for us. But that's the big deal, it kind of goes hand in hand with that saying, that evil can only, what is it? How's it go? It's when good men do nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's so important for us, especially, having integrity when no one's looking, because it's our natural way when no one's looking for us to maybe do something, or, we have that option to do the bad thing, right? And
I don't know who said it, but that's another famous quote. The world will be destroyed by those who do nothing.
Right.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's why it's so important for us to make the right choices, and how crazy important that is, because it leaves us blameless, basically, to do the right thing and to protect others, or to stand up for others, or stand up for something that isn't right.
I was out, but Brand's pulling up a video that I want to share. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, now we can.
Oh, okay. I was like, I think it cut out again. It looks like it's buffering on my end, so go figure. But we're gonna go ahead and put up a video that I actually had pulled up to share tonight. That's about this topic.
Listen,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
tell y'all
jump
something,
down
right?
right now.
First of all,
so
you
I
must
can.
understand.
But thanks for having me up here, Indy. It was a hoot.
What was that, Carl?
I said I'm going to jump down.
I'm sorry that I'm
before
having
you
so many
start
issues.
that.
I can't.
Night, Carl.
Thanks for having me up
Good
here.
hanging out with you, Carl.
Hey, thanks, man. It's always fun, man. I love everybody here.
Yeah, brother. Love that truck, man.
Thanks, man. I'll see
Have a
y'all
good
somewhere
night.
soon.
I like that. See y'all somewhere soon.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Brand. Let's go ahead and play this video, and then we can talk a little bit more about the American school system.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? First of all, you must understand the American education system was built on one thing, and that's to destroy free will. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just being frustrated with the education system. I absolutely despise school and college and how the whole thing works. It frustrates me beyond anything. Just the fact that it is about the most unproductive thing you can possibly do.
Do you know what that means? When you destroy a person's free will, they are incapable of thinking for themselves. That means you a little boy, you a little girl, and this is what the school system does.
And you're pretty much forced to do it for like 20 years straight, and moreover, like, you have to pay for it, go in debt for it. It's kind of like paying someone to steal your time and then claim that it's all for your good, right? Because at the end of it, oh, you'll get a job for sure, dude. You'll pay the money back in another 20 years.
Okay, I told y'all millions of times, Rockefeller's favorite quote was, I want to create a nation of workers, not thinkers. He put up the money so that parents can take their children to school for free. He's paying for the free education. He's paying for the free food and the desk and the books. No, he's paying to create workers. I told y'all before, poor people are the easiest people to control. Why? Because poor people depend on other people for everything. Their livelihood, their food, their education, their religion, everything. There will never be equality in America. Why? Because if I had $1 million, you had $1 million, who gonna get out there and put them bricks up? Who gonna build that house? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? America is built on inequality. And that's why there's always gonna be a hierarchy, middle class, lower class. That should tell you something right there. That should wake you up alone. It'll never be equality in America. School don't teach us a damn thing. You got people going to college. The biggest financial decision they're going to make in their whole life at the age of 17, 18. Why? Because you got so much student loan to pay back. People going to school for one thing, coming out of college, working on a whole nother business. They ain't even working for what they went to school for and got degrees in these areas, but working somewhere else. Also, you got people that done went to college, got out, done got a family, got a wife, got a whole family, and still paying for student loans, bro. This is one of the biggest financial decisions you're going to make. But like I say, school is a scam. It's all a freaking scam. And I don't understand why people don't see that. How can we let these people tell us we got to go to school? We got to go get this BS that we don't even use in our life. We don't even use this crap, okay? You really think it take us 12 years to learn this BS? Come on, bro. School is the biggest problem we have because, like I say, it paints the perception of how you see the world. They don't teach you about credit. They don't teach you about bookkeeping. They don't teach you nothing about fractional banking. They teach you nothing. And I told y'all, remember this. If you don't remember nothing I ever said, ignorance is the most expensive fucking thing in the world. and you're gonna pay for it mentally, physically, and you damn sure gonna pay for it financially. Understand what these people are doing, man. We need to pull our kids out of these schools, bro. We don't need this shit. The average entrepreneur never finished college, never even went to college. Some of them ain't even finished high school because they understood, man, school kills dreams. School kills your free will. And when they kill your free will, you're incapable of thinking for yourself. Come on, bro. It don't take no rocket science to figure this out, man. Okay? It don't. We got to get from up under these school systems, man. Cause that's where that first dose of poison hits. And it's mental. These people control your religion. They tell you these things, right? The thing about it is this. The bubble that they put you in, most people can't get out. Most people don't even know there's an outer layer to even comprehend what I'm saying. Like, most people really think we supposed to pay bills every 30 days and die. Some people really think that God agreed with our government. They got it in the Bible. Romans 13, verse 1 and 2. Government was created. It says basically, if you disobey government, that's mean you disobeying God and you will be punished. So they basically saying that God is okay with the way the government is doing us in all these different ways, even though 99% of people don't know the difference between a Democrat and a Republican. 99% of people don't understand what's going on when it comes to, even people that work at the bank don't even know how banks work. We give our money to the bank take our money, loan it out, and make money off of it, and we get nothing. Case closed, end of discussion. I'm gonna add another thing to that, and this comes from education now. You walk in the bank, you get $100,000 loan. You get approved, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna type in $100,000 under your name, and then you're gonna start paying interest on money that don't freaking exist, because they're not finna go print it up. They're not going to exchange it for equal value when it comes to gold, which is God's money. That's the real money, gold, silver, and different things like that. Bro, they just create money out of thin air, bro. But this is the system we allow them to place on us. And if you know anything about the monetary system that they created, the JP Morgans, which is he's a little fat white man on the monopoly money, that's JP Morgan, brother. Okay? But I'm just showing you how powerful these people are when it comes to money. Now, these are the very people that sunk the Titanic simply because of the monetary system they tried to put in place. A few of them didn't agree. So the ones that didn't agree, they made sure that they was on that boat. And the ones that knew what was up, they got off the boat. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it. But if they can do that, right? Create a monetary system, and the ones that didn't agree with the savage bullshit they were trying to pull, they left them on a boat, made sure the boat sunk. And the boat was built, I think, if I'm not mistaken, by JP Morgan's company. But anyway, if they can do that to those people, that should give you some type of idea how far they'll go for their agenda. They don't care about your race. If you fucking white, if you're white in America, you really think that you're going to be saved because of your skin color, you ignorant. And that's not to be no insult. It's just common sense. We're all fighting the same people, bro. Don't matter what color you are. You went through these same systems, okay? Same systems, bro. And it's just time that people wake the fuck up. Wake up, bro. Do your research on Jekyll Island, where money started at. I was going to do a video on it, but I'm telling y'all, do it. And before I do my video, just do your research. Jekyll Island, where they started this whole money thing. Do your research on the Titanic and how they basically packaged that shit and made money off of it from the movie. It's just crazy, bro. When you give people like these people the authority to create a world, and you really think they're gonna play fair, man, you done lost your damn mind. You are something is wrong with you, okay? Very well. All right. Listen, the school system is flawed for so many reasons. Because like I say, this is where you get your first taste of how the world is based off their ideologies or how they want you to see the world. They're not going to tell you about this and tell you about that. They're going to use those things against you. Remember, never educate the people you want to dominate. Okay? Never educate the people you want to dominate. It don't make sense. But like I say, you know, when you get to where you're going and you see your maker, whoever that may be, whoever you bow down and pray to, they're gonna tell you the same thing. I gave you dumb ass common sense for a reason. If you let them motherfucking people trick you, that's on you. All that turn the other cheek, all that love my enemy, bro, where you think this come from, bro? You better know the power of words, okay? Stop putting spells on yourself, because that's all you're doing. You're basically saying I'm okay with them doing what they're doing to me as a people, as a person, but yet you worship God. Come on, bro. Make it make sense, bro. You gotta fight fire with fire. Fire with fire. And to stop something, it has to be equal or greater than the force of what you're trying to stop. Meaning, a train, a truck can't stop a train. A train can stop a train. And that's where we come in at. But this rabbit hole goes way deeper. Way deeper, bro. It's a lot of shit I can't even talk about. A lot of things I want to say, like I be telling y'all, I be wanting to say, but I know they're listening and I know that they're gonna they already shadow banning me on Facebook. But you got to start like getting to that point where you be on the flesh. I'm here for a purpose, man. I don't care about all the shiny stuff. Whatever I do that I love to do, I'm gonna do it, hold my chest up. But we need to start waking up, man. I mean fast. Very fast, okay? Because like I say, you as a 30-year-old person, 25 and up person, you may see the world a certain way, but what about the kid that was born yesterday? Imagine 10, 20 years from now. That's what you got to worry about. They not worried about us. They got us. But it's time for us to do something about this so that these youngins don't come into a world where they're going to go through the same shit we went through. Don't make sense, bro. I always tell you, man, if you ain't going to do nothing, nothing, tell your kids, if you got grandkids, tell them now, I'm sorry, because I ain't did nothing about this. And I knew what was happening. These people literally telling us, bro, that we're going to own nothing but still be happy. They creating these 15-minute cities with everything within the vicinity of 15 minutes. Bro, you know what's going on in China? I talk about the point system all the time. This is no joke. This is pure control. Why you think they moving over from gas cars to electric cars? It's all about putting it on the grid, baby. You can't hide no cars no more. You can't do a crime and try to get away. They can shut your car down. They can come on, bro. Y'all know what's going on, man. Y'all ain't crazy. They can shut your car down. They can actually program your car to bring your ass to the police station. Locked in that bitch. Like, you ever thought about that? Why would we give these people this much control over us, man? It's our lives, bitch. It's our lives. And I'm gonna do a whole nother video on why all the preachers are ex-dope boys and stuff like that, and pimps. Video gonna blow your mind. But like I say, man, we know the real from the fake. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck, man. Y'all already know my slogan, but I'm gonna tell you again, if you don't know and you're new to the channel, make sure you just like, subscribe, man. You leave your comments, say what you gotta say, man. This is a friendly channel, man, where we sit and we politic and we talk and we try to get to the bottom of some things. I don't know everything, but together we can make this happen. All right. So with that being said, like I tell y'all, man, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. It's your boy Papa Duck. I love y'all. Until the next video. Peace.
Well, that was pretty cool.
Okay, so like, I just can't. I think that, like, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's the end and all that. What I'm saying is the way that we know things to be right here, right now for us, can't continue for long, because the people, so like for the education system, the people see, like we know, they know, we know, we know, they know, we know. Okay. And so like there's even jokes about like I'm going to teach my kids that this is the who playing J6, and it's like
Yeah.
it's just jokes about people teaching their kids whatever they want, you know what I mean? And some of it's true and some of it's not. And but they like that can't continue forever. You know what I'm saying? So like the next generation will be children who will like a good number of them will be taught the truth to see. They can't expect us to be obedient while seeing their lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they are far enough in the plan that it's okay for their lies to be out, which means that like that is why I say that we're in the times that we're in, because they can't allow that to, you know what I mean? They can't both be open about their lies and deceit and expect to remain in control. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Without,
A lot of
but
great
maybe
comments here in the
revolution is
chat
intended
too.
because their stated order is to build back better, and so if everyone's woke up, they've been trying to get someone to they've been trying to get something like J6 or some kind of massive
Right.
and they wanted it so much so that they had to kind of create their own with the BLM, you know um right. Because a lot of folks were out there because technically, you know, there was a rule that said you couldn't be out there, but it was basically okay if you were out there doing that, and
Right.
so a lot of people were out there because it was something to do. Some people may have passionately, but I don't think the majority of the people out there cared about what they were really supposed to be out there about. I don't know. I just think there's something going on.
Definitely a lot going on.
Somebody is tinkering with us,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. A positive take on it, Tech. Everyone should recognize the difference between the two parties in the uniparty. There's the extreme of both and a higher power. I hope they're in power. I know that's a theory that's out there. It doesn't feel to me like they're in power, but I hope that's the case.
What's up, Moonchild?
I like that, Kurt. The lesson is loud. Don't be a sheep. Mm-hmm. Hey, Moon. Good to see you. Yep.
Politic. We talk.
Mm-hmm. Faith, what was the reason for it? What was happening that they said you should get your pets unchipped? I just figured that the chipping was just a trial run for what they're going to do to all of us, in one way, shape, or form. I mean, even if it's just through our cell phones, but tracking in general.
Which we've been woefully conditioned to. Like, we're okay with it. It's just so commonplace. Pointing it out is the weird thing now. It's like,
Thanks, Ohio. Mm-hmm. We're 14th in education, Kurt. Is that, you mean as a country, or where? I don't know where we rank, honestly. And honestly, who's the ones, like, how are they even ranking it? What is that based on, Yeah, education is a mess. That's for sure. I liked what Rescue was saying, though, about how, in some communities, it really could depend on where you are. I live in a very liberal area, so working in the schools, I've seen a lot of the, like, you know, if you want to call it the woke agenda or whatever, but a lot of things being pushed, you know, equity versus equality and CRT or social. But a lot of the agenda being snuck in a lot of ways too, in curriculum and contracts. And I mean, just, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah, it is.
But I hope there's still places where education is much better than it is here, and that it's still about the reading, writing, and arithmetic, you know, and the core standards, common core standards, if you want to put it that way.
There's still schools like that. It's just private schools and synagogues and
yeah, exactly. Homeschooling, which a lot of times, you know, just being at home, it's communities coming together. Maybe it's more like what Rescue was saying, you know, it a lot of times with homeschooling can be a community shared experience, you know. Right, Stuart? Yeah, you can't build back unless it's destroyed first. Yep.
Yeah.
See, and there's a lot of ways to look at that. So is that part of this greater good plan, or, you know, they're tearing us down to build us back in a much worse way for the average people? We'll find out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Yeah, Moonchild's there with me. At the end of the day, we're fucked. I mean, it seems like that sometimes, you know, but, you know, a lot of us have hope in a higher power that, you know, in God, that, you know, his plan and his will be done. So, you know, I try to hold on to that. But yeah, there's definitely times where it gets overwhelming and feels very, very much like that moon.
But we can go to him.
Yeah, or build back means it was already burnt down. Mm-hmm.
And we can give it to him,
Kicker
because
Zero,
Jesus
thanks for
is
being
our
here.
hope. At the end of the day, we know that he is looking out for us, and that, you know, he covers us and he represents us to the Father. So that's really our hope, is on Jesus. And it's not just the rapture, like it's in our everyday life. Like, you know what I mean? The rapture is one thing, because then you could even argue about that. People about like mid-trib, post-trib, pre-trib, you know, and I don't want to start that up, but
hey, TZ.
God is good.
Yeah. And I do, in the end, he wins, and, you know, everything's according to his plan.
We are in a broken world. It's been a broken world since Adam and Eve, and, you know, like that's where sin slipped in, and it's in our nature now to sin. And so, like, that's the whole thing, like we were talking about earlier, is the indifference between, you know, like, evil only prevails when good men do nothing. And that goes for us, like, as well, in our daily life, like making the right choices and, you know, denying ourselves and doing the hard things.
Good night, Lucky.
That's really what it's all about. And Jesus can help us with that. He can make the whole fight easier.
Thanks, Kurt. Yeah.
He said, "My burden is easy and my yoke is light." And it's true.
Yeah, exactly, Lady Smith. Name a Fed-run sector that is not wrecked. Nope, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what happens. I mean, it just makes, if you think about it, just logistics, it makes sense for things to be done locally, where people understand, you know, what's going on in their environment, what's going on with their community, what the community wants, and what you know, they're so far removed. And especially the way that it is now, they're so far removed from reality. I mean, they live in a different realm than most of us. I mean, and I don't mean that in some conspiracy theory way, although there's that too. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they're is different than our lives for the most part, because of the power that they've taken and the wealth that they've stolen from us, to be honest. they don't understand the things that we're facing and the things that need to be done at a local level, at a federal level. They can't understand that, but also they don't care. You know, it doesn't seem like they're even trying for the most part. All right, there's my little rant. Mm-hmm.
Not rant.
Yeah, there's definitely some changing of definitions and words going on. That's for sure.
Intentional. In my opinion.
Tech, I hear what you're saying. I think if you're meaning like language and things, but I actually great that there's people, you know, we need people speaking these truths all across the spectrum. And I don't agree with everything in that video. You know, I'm sure a lot of things I don't agree with everything of, but I think he made some really valid points and brought up some things that, you know, are really big issues we need to be addressing. Yeah, a lot of homeschooling. There's homeschooling is definitely on the rise.
The jig is up. I don't know if it was like a psyop or what with the, you know, teachers of a certain persuasion with the attitudistic, like, you know, seeing what they like, what what a lot of folks on the left believe on its face is like, you know, the embodiment of like, you know, that's like the opposite of what you want to teach your kids. So like, that had such a damaging effect. All the TikTok videos, all the YouTube shorts, all the, you know, when a lefty gets in a car, and
Social media,
I don't mean to use
really.
a derogative. I don't mean to use a derogative term like that. Okay, I'm not trying to single nobody out and make nobody feel bad, but I'm just, you know, using it as a descriptive. You know, certain folks on that side of the political spectrum, how they have those rant videos in the car where they go off on a specific subject and then they mention they're a teacher, or you know how many different videos there are where they're, you know, talking about what they're teaching the kids. That was detrimental to the public school system. I mean, it really, you know, it was a very Bud Light moment.
Yeah.
Tiff just said if firefighters aren't allowed to take a political stance publicly, like they're not allowed to, then teachers shouldn't. So like a firefighter can't put out like they're voting for this person, you know, this election.
Right. Yeah, when I was going through, you know, training to become a teacher and getting certified, it was very much pushed, and I thought of it always in terms for myself of being a Christian. You know, it was because I wasn't really into politics at the time. So it was a lot of, you know, me taking in, you don't push those things on your students. I mean, it was just it seemed obvious, you know, so it wasn't something I even thought about that much. But
because
for
they
me,
knew your influence would be so strong and lasting. Sorry.
What was that?
Because they know that your influence, especially in the classroom, like some teachers can make a massive, I mean, that like that role, the influence that you have, and like that is who we are sending the kids to shape their minds and to, you know, help teach them. And it's such a powerful influence. I mean, I'm sure some folks can, not everybody, but some folks can remember a really impactful teacher they had with like, you know, lessons that they'll still remember, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, like they can't have someone in that influential of a position over the future which would, you know, over the kids, be, you know, planting seeds about what will really change their life and help them and bless them. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
no, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but that's not. I actually feel like I don't know. It's something I've thought about, but I actually meant it the other way. I think it was good that they were saying we don't push our beliefs. You know, I would love it if I could go and spread the gospel to students in public schools, but that's not my role as a public school teacher. And I know that was different a long time ago when Bibles were allowed in schools and there was prayer in school. And, you know, yes, I think that when that was all removed, it changed a foundation of our country. But I also think it's a lot safer in this day and age to have the standard be don't push your personal beliefs on other people's kids as a teacher. And so, I do think that where I even, I graduated from college 20 something years ago. So it was, well, no, not quite. I'm not going to overage myself there. 19 years ago. So I think that, I think that in just that amount of time, it's gone from don't push your beliefs onto students, whatever your belief system is when it comes to sexuality, religion, politics, to an indoctrination camp. I mean,
What?
We lose you, Indy?
Did we lose Indy?
I don't know. Kind of seems that way.
Yeah.
Although it looks like. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
Baseline internet.
Well, I grew up going to a Christian school when I did go to school. Not consistently, but when I lived in Louisiana, I went to a Christian school, and it was like a non-denominational Christian school, and it was very like faith-filled and spirit-led and like biblical. It was awesome. It was really good. It was a really good school, and they were under a lot of attack, and like the town called them a cult and all that, and but it was a really good place. Like it was great. Like it was really awesome. I can, I started going there at a young age. But they were definitely under attack.
Welcome back, Indy.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. I can't tell if you guys are hearing me or not. Sometimes I can't. It doesn't look like you are, but I don't know. Rescue asked, "Is it possible that we focus more on saving the world, which takes away from focus?" I mean, I think it's possible, but I hope that's not where people's primary focus is. But I think more these days than ever that could be a trap.
Wait, I'm not understanding the full context. I think I'm like, maybe I'm overthinking it. Like who's saving the world? We focus on saving the world.
Like as a human race.
Oh, there's no, there's only one savior. You know what I mean? Like there's one answer.
Yeah.
And people don't want you to talk about him, or bring him up. Like there's only one savior, So like I'm not concerned with saving the world. It's trying to get to people and plant the seeds. And there's a huge resistance against that. Even like non-Christians can see. Like I forgot who I watch. I forgot who it was, but they're not Christian, and they're like they respect Christians, and they're like they're the one thing, like the one thing you can't do or talk about is Jesus, like
right.
Or leading them to God. That's like the big. Hey, brother.
Hey, aloha.
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 Yeah, sorry to leave you backstage. I wasn't sure whether Indy was there or not. Didn't want to step on toes.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
Steve, have you checked out any of Foresty Forest's channels since I showed you to?
No, I did just that day, but I haven't been back to I haven't been on YouTube as much as I used to be, but
Hey, Steve. I'm really glad you came up, but you guys, this is driving me crazy. been on. This is about the time I needed to end anyway. Before it drops, hopefully again, I thought I'd share one more song to kind of end it. And I'm going to go ahead and put myself out of my misery here. But thank you so much to everybody who's been up on panel helping run this. And thank you to everybody who came up and shared their music. Thank you to everybody who's here in chat for coming and hanging out and having great conversation with us.
Thank you for having us.
Any final thoughts up on panel before we play this?
Go do and don't worry, y'all.
Love that. I've been thinking about that a lot, you guys. It's a great saying to keep in mind. Steve, anything you wanted to say?
No, I'm just glad I made it just in time to say hi, because I've been listening.
I'm sorry, Steve.
I was listening for like the first almost 2 hours when I was working, and then I got home, and then Mr. B's like, come up. So I jumped on Mr. B's real quick, and then I seen your email after I jumped up in there, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna make it over there in time to say hi. And then,
awesome.
But final thoughts are no, just always treat everyone with love. You never know what someone's going through, so just be kind to everyone.
Love it. Brian, did you have any last things you wanted to say?
School is for fools.
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm all for the homeschooling right now, or unschooling as the case may be. All right. Well, God bless all of you guys. And
sorry, Indy.
It's okay. Go ahead.
We dropped a new shirt today if anybody wants to check it out. Okay, that's it. No, go ahead.
And you guys check out their tinfoil. Their tinfoil line is, I love it. It's great. And I have my tinfoil hoodie and it's fantastic.
I'm ordering that hat like within the next week.
That's awesome. You gotta send a
Definitely.
picture or go live or something.
Oh, I'll once I order it and get it, I'll definitely be wearing it all the time.
That's awesome.
Especially on the Sunday show with Ronnie. For sure.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Well, this song is a cover by Ozark Drifter. He was here in the chat earlier tonight and has a really great voice. And I just wanted to kind of share this here at the end. The song is titled Help Is on the Way. And I thought that was a good one to end the night on. So thanks again, everybody. I'm going to try to do what I can this week to figure out something about my connection, because this is crazy making. But I'm glad we made it through. And I love the conversation we were able to have while we were here. So, all right. God bless everybody. Have a great week. Much love.
Bye, Indy.
Much love.
Much love.
Go ahead, Bran.
A woman in the Bible days, her last meal almost gone. But God sent Elijah to make his word known. He said, woman, don't you worry, for God sent me today. And before you even ask him, help was on the way. Just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. A brighter day is coming for those who believe and pray. Help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. Just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. Troubles of this life come by and burdens get you down. You think no one is listening. You think no one's around. Just remember what his word says. Trust him and obey. Keep your eyes towards the heavens, 'cause help is on the way. Just hold on a little longer. Help is on the way. A brighter day is coming for those who believe and pray. Help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. Just hold on a little longer. Help is on the way. Help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. Just hold on a little longer, 'cause help is on the way.